Oh, hey, Harold.
Are we ready? We are ready to go live.
Oh, I want to wear my shirt that Larry's wearing.
Oh, we didn't know that we're all going to be wearing the same Brick Slopes shirt. I'm going to press it. Ready?
Okay.
Ready. Set.
Let's go. Let's go. This is where we dance Friday night. We're going to do that.
Yeah, we're clubbing. We're clubbers.
There we go.
Do clubs exist still? Oh my gosh.
I think so.
And we are live. Hi everyone, I am Nick.
And I'm Maria.
And we have
Harold.
No more bricks.
No more.
And today, our special guest is Larry.
Yay!
Lego and
or Legond?
Legond. But like Legend, but like Legond.
Yeah, that little idea didn't.
Kind of cool.
I was going with legend spelled with a Lego, but it just did not.
Legond.
It didn't land. It didn't land.
I mean, sometimes it could be Legend.
Legend, Legond. I've heard it all. I'll answer whatever. It's fine.
Very cool.
Welcome to Full of Bricks, Season 5, Episode 14.
Wow.
Today's April 12th, 2024. And today, our special guest is Larry Legend. I'm going to go Larry Legend, like the basketball player.
Double L?
There you go. Double L?
Double L. Larry Legend.
Works.
How's it going tonight, Larry?
Man, it's going great. Love it. It's been a week, but yeah. I'm so glad. Thank you for inviting
So glad it's Friday, right?
Yeah.
So glad it's Friday. All the time.
Larry's wearing his Brick Slopes shirt.
I keep forgetting we have all these cool shirts. That's awesome.
My BBG shirt. My
Yeah.
Bearded Builders Guild.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
And in the chat we have Jordan Perry.
Jordan.
Hey,
Jordan Perry. This is the Lego Master Jordan Perry.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Hi, Jordan Perry.
He's buddies with Harold, who says Nomo and Larry. You know Jordan, Larry?
I got to meet Jordan at Brick Slopes last year.
Oh, cool.
Oh, was he at Brick Slopes too?
Right before he was on the show.
Oh.
So
Huh.
I didn't really know that he was on the show.
Yeah. We never know.
There was gossip, there was scuttlebutt.
There was some swirling
But,
suspicion.
we talked quite a bit a couple of evenings down there.
Oh,
yeah.
very nice.
Really great.
I think
guy.
Harold and I met Jordan at Brick World Chicago. We were like all looking at this castle mock. Do you remember the castle mock?
Yeah.
Larry, that was like in the middle of. Oh, it's near
Like
the
right
front.
at the entrance.
Yeah.
By the entrance.
Which
It
one?
looked very beautiful. It's that.
It was by the horse. It was
in the
by
back.
the horse.
It was,
Okay.
illuminated.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A lot of green dragon knights.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good
Yes.
one.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But are we gonna go into our first segment,
Deep dive.
which is getting to know Larry Legend?
Larry, who are you?
I'm just a guy.
I like that. I'm
just
just
a
a
guy.
guy in this world.
I'm just a guy in the world.
Have you always been into Lego?
I mean, typical story. I mean, yeah, as a kid, I had a lot of Lego. Probably played with Lego into my teen years.
Okay.
With my best friend, and then we got into high school and into girls, and then after that I went off to the Navy, and then
Okay.
Oh, nice.
was an adult, and it wasn't until I had my own kids that
Got into it.
dug it. And I had two younger brothers, so between the three of us, we actually had amassed a pretty good sized bin of Lego. Nothing like the craziness that we do now, but
I know.
Came out of my dark ages probably about 2017.
Oh, okay.
Okay, nice.
So
What was your rate in the Navy?
I was an IC-man, which is an interior communications technician.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm a corpsman.
So, oh, cool. Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, I got out in. Well, I'm not gonna. I don't want to say things that reveal my age too much.
I mean, you were just at your dark ages in 2017, so you must be very young.
Yeah.
Yes, let's
Yeah.
go with that.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. This
Very
is
recent
unnatural.
return.
This is unnatural whiteness.
That's
Oh yeah.
That's dying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's just.
I'm 28. But now my kids they're adults. They're 18, 21, and 24.
Oh, okay.
So they and they had gotten Lego as gifts over the years. So, but they
So
left
you
the
weren't-
house without them.
When you started buying your kids Lego, you didn't fall into that trap as well.
Not really. I mean, I kind of wanted them to do it. I
Yeah.
wasn't building anything of my own, but I remember how much I loved all the creativity and being able to just play with it over and over and over again. So
You weren't
this is
intrigued
great.
by like Star Wars sets or anything that they would have asked for? I know you're a Star Wars guy too.
Kind of, yeah. I do. I like Star Wars, the superhero stuff. I like Castle, obviously. Been really getting back into that because since we started playing D&D with Lego
cool.
on Jesse's channel, and we've been doing that for now over a year.
Yeah.
All the medieval themes stuff that comes out of D&D, you know, I'm like, if we're building I built my dice tower, and that was medieval. So that's kind of what I've been mocking lately. In that kind of genre. My last big mock was my big X-Men mosaic.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is now very timely again. I mean, I'll definitely bring it.
With the
I
cartoon.
know, it's so
Bring it to the
exciting,
same shows.
So fun. Yeah.
Yeah, but I will be able to bring it to Brick Rodeo because I've never been to Brick Rodeo down
Okay,
in Austin. So
Nice.
I get to show that off, and you know, because the shows just came out, which I'm loving for the most part.
Damn.
Are you just gonna bring your portion, or are you?
I
are you
only have
access
my
to everything?
portion.
Okay.
Okay. You can't get access to the others.
Right. Just because, I mean, one's in Baltimore, one's in Minnesota.
No one else is going to rodeo.
I think Mel might. He's considering going.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But do your parts touch or no?
They do. They all come
Oh, they
together.
do. Okay. Yours and
EJ
Mel's.
did Magneto, and he actually sold his.
Oh,
Someone
wow.
offered to buy
That's
it,
cool.
so he sold his. Yeah. But the nice thing is, they all stand alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Which part
Dang.
was yours again?
I had Wolverine, Cyclops, and
Oh,
Iceman with the X-Men logo on it.
Logo.
Oh, you got the main. The
I got
main
that.
part.
Well, it was actually the second cover because as you're looking at them, the first one is Magneto by himself, and then all the
Okay.
X-Men are, you know, attacking
In line.
from
Yeah.
from one angle.
Do you hear the theme music playing right
I do.
now?
I was gonna say that.
Well, if you look at the story that I did for this,
Yes,
for this,
I know.
for this stream, I have the X-Men. That's why I
Yeah.
picked the X-Men song.
Yeah.
I was thinking about
Yeah.
that.
Yep. Our youngest started watching it and then went to the earlier versions too, and you know, I gets triggered all the memories
Yeah.
that I've had.
Uh-huh.
That's very
Well,
cool.
I
It is very cool.
hadn't when I let's see, I'm trying to think because my kids would have been. I mean, they were still in the house, but they were starting to get into their high school years and stuff. So they weren't playing with the Lego, and I finally just kind of amassed it all and was like, wow, I've got a lot to play with.
Oh, you have all. You got to keep all your kids Lego.
Look how excited he is.
They take
I know.
a couple sets with them.
Oh.
Oh, what's up, Shift?
Hey, Chad.
So it was right at the end of 2017. They opened a Bricks and Minifigs in the
Oh,
area.
cool.
The first one, and my sister told me about it. I'm like, wait, what? There's an aftermarket and there's a secondary market Lego store. Oh, cool. I went down there and there were a couple of gals from Denlug putting a big display there. I started talking to them and I'm like, wait a minute, there are other people out there that or
Like,
adults that
this-
build with Lego. I
Yeah.
had no idea. I had no idea there was a community. I didn't know what an AFOL was. I didn't know what a lug was. Any of that. But they're like, yeah, we're gonna have a meeting like in 2 weeks. So the rest is history. From that point on, I was
deep
hooked.
dive.
Wait, so you joined
Oh,
right away?
Oh, right away. Yeah. Hey, Brickheiser.
Hey.
Hey.
And now I actually just starting this year. Was elected president of Denlug.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Yeah.
Mr.
So-
President.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm just yeah.
Super committed.
Just call me Mr. President. But yeah, like you said, deep dive. I mean, I was like,
Yeah.
because the kids moved out. I've got it's like an empty nest. I've got time to do stuff like
Yeah.
Be the president of a lug. I mean,
Right.
it's a lot of time commitment. So,
I bet.
Yeah.
and then I went to Brick World Chicago for the first time in 2022.
Mm.
And
Okay.
Oof. Yes, absolutely.
no idea.
Was that your first convention?
Oh yeah.
First Lego convention.
Oh.
Yeah.
You go big or you go home.
Go big.
No,
First
because
one.
that's a long
Go
time
big.
from 2017 to 2022.
Well, I mean, there's like the pandemic that also derailed.
Yeah, there's
a lot of
that-
things.
That thing
thing.
that
That
happened.
blip. That blip.
But you-
you
but,
know?
The blip.
But your lug must have done like little shows that weren't huge conventions. That
We
you
did.
just
In
went
fact, we have historically our biggest show was the Denver Comic Con. It's gone
cool.
through different
Okay.
names, but that was kind of our big convention. I mean, it was
Oh, neat.
comic books, and we just had a big area. There were 2 lugs in Colorado, and we would both come together and put on
Mhm.
a big display. We'd have a community stuff where we'd have people come and build part of a huge mosaic,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
yeah, I really got into those shows, and that we do, what lugs do. Go to
Yeah.
do shows at museums and libraries and
Mhm.
this, that,
Yeah,
and the
it's
other
cool.
thing. Yeah.
Train
But yeah,
shows.
so what did you think about the first time you went to Brick World then,
Oh
2022?
my god!
I
that was
must
like-
sign up for 2024, and we are seeing you.
No,
Yep.
even
Yeah,
2023.
Yes, I mean that's what I mean. Sign up
Yeah.
for 2023, and we're seeing you later. Sorry, Harold again.
It was. I mean, like I said, it blew my mind.
Mm.
I don't know who talked me into going.
That's far from
who was
Denver.
it?
Oh no, I know what it was. It was because me, Jesse, Troy, and Mel said we're going to do a collaboration.
Oh, that was
Okay.
that the city, right?
Was it?
No, that was just Jesse, Troy, and Mel when they
Okay.
did the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
We did the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness,
Oh, cool.
where he tumbles through all the different
Oh.
multiverses.
Dimensions.
Yeah. I
And
remember
And
that.
so we each did a couple of different sections, so they kind of all flowed together.
Oh,
And
that's so cool.
That was kind of why I'm like, okay, guys, my buds.
I'm
let's
in.
come
I'm
together.
in. Yeah.
I'll commit. And it was great because it turns out that Moto because Moto lives 7 miles.
Oh,
from
he's
my house.
yeah, that's right. He is in front.
And we knew Moto before he was famous. Yeah, I mean, I met him first in Denlug before Lego Masters was even a show.
Okay.
Anyway, he drove everybody's brick out.
Oh
to
wow.
Yeah, he rented
Oh.
a van. He drove
How
everybody's
long is
stuff.
that drive? Like
It's
18
like 16 hours. It's
Oh,
16 hours
16.
from Denver.
Okay.
Sheesh.
Wow.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean,
Yeah.
and he did it by himself. He stopped overnight once.
Wow.
But that was super convenient. So the rest of us could fly and have our brick there. We didn't have to
Mhm.
bring any of our brick on the plane or.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
Oh,
one of the only way,
gosh.
that's the only way to
FedEx?
bring stuff. FedEx,
Yeah.
no, don't do it.
Yeah.
Mel,
Mel.
Ah.
the Mel's FedEx incident. I was watching him when he was doing his blog, and he was trying to keep it together. I mean, he was on the verge of
What?
tears.
Oh, that's when he lost his.
That was
this year.
Bricks Cascade of 2022.
Two?
Yeah, I think it was 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he FedEx, from Maryland,
To Oregon.
his building, and it was like an elephant sat on it. I mean,
Yeah.
the box was
That's
destroyed.
bad.
Oh.
There were broken bricks in there. I mean, that's how
Wow.
bad it was. But Jesse, Troy, Moto, they all got together with him and they spent a good amount of time reassembling it. So that worked out.
Yeah, I don't know how you can reassemble like a mock because there's no. It's just out of your own head, and
Yeah. I had a mock I did that was almost done. It was actually going to be for Brick World 2023, and it was a Deadpool Scout Walker, right?
Oh.
And I knocked it off the table, and I'm just like,
Oh.
so last weekend that was only the second time a disaster has happened
Oh.
in this Lego room. But
my.
but that one was so bad. It was just so disintegrated. I'm like, I can't put it back together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but before we continue, I think that was a segue into something that happened last week, where I can let's share screen for a moment here
Let's
What
do it.
happened?
and see something that might have happened on
Friday Night
another
Bricks.
stream.
Oh.
Friday night. So let's see if the sound works here.
So this castle collab
Yeah.
from Inlug, I picked the tall corner in the back, right?
Okay.
So this actually goes
Ooh.
here.
Shut up.
So down here we have cavern. So
Too much.
this is cavern under the under the castle.
Yeah.
So dragons live here, right?
Oh my god, yes.
Level 1 dungeons. We got kitchens. This is a double
Hey,
high,
this is gonna be really elaborate.
like the grand hall.
Oh.
Oh no, 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 no.
Oh no.
Look at that face. Oh no.
Oh my
You know,
Like the
god.
grand hall. Like the grand hall.
The Grand Hall that.
I felt that.
Something
Wow.
like this
I
happened.
just pulled a moto.
Who snipped it? Who snipped that? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that happened.
So
Wow.
so Larry, what happened there?
So what?
What do you think happened? It fell.
No. So
The
what
weight,
was
the bearing.
what was that? What was that structure that we were looking at?
So it was really just a template of what the castle was going to look like. The one section that I was working on, that I had placed on top was
Yeah.
this. By the way,
Okay.
Jordan, those are your corners right there.
Hell yeah, Jordan Corners.
What?
Jordan corners all the way around.
Yeah.
And yeah, that.
Was it
That's
because
true.
that part was just too heavy?
Where's OSHA at?
Well, it's just on pillars.
It
right?
was when looking back at the footage, when I put it on that big section of like the dungeon, it was only 2x4 stacks of 2x4s, and it moved just a little bit when I put it on, and so I had touched that top part, and that's all it took to just wipe it out.
Dang.
Yeah,
It
I'm
looks
just glad
very
it was.
beautiful, though.
Hey, it's Lego. It can be rebuilt.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that. So I'm building 10 stories of this castle. I'm on.
Phew.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm on one. One is almost done. But the first floor is where all the experimentation happens.
Yeah.
So now that I've
Yeah.
got a good idea of
Mhm.
how to build each floor, they can pretty much just go up together. So
No,
Well, Shai always says whenever you're transporting a big set, like say like the Millennium Falcon or something, you always want someone to be videotaping you transfer it, because
just in case.
if by happens, in case it falls, you have that footage, and people always like watching, even though how terrifying it is.
Yeah.
Her face dropped when it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt all the bricks reverberate.
I know, I
I'm just like,
felt
oh my
it. I
god,
was
it was a startling experience.
And Larry, you're right. The sound does make a difference.
It does.
You hear that.
Yeah.
The crash. Yeah.
Even at a convention center, I remember sometimes like you'll hear that crash somewhere, and everyone's head turns because they know that
And
sound.
you look back at your box, like your sound, it's okay, it's okay.
I actually have a bad habit of breaking glass on the convention.
Oh.
What?
Breaking glass.
the very first year, I was coming around a corner. Cody from Brick Slopes and his entourage were coming around they were coming this way. I was coming this way, and I had a beer, and I bumped into him, and it was right in front of NoMoreBricks, big desert collab that they had with the waterfall in the back. It's right in front of that, and this was, it was like midnight or something.
Wow.
And
man.
and then last year, now this wasn't. It was we were tearing down. It was Sunday actually, but knocked a glass off of the table when we were picking up. So
Oh jeez.
I don't want that to be a tradition.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what a weird tradition.
I know.
At Brick World Chicago, did you end up getting any of the deep dish pizza or go out?
The first year I did, and I was like, oh my god, I've got to do this every year. But last year when we tried to go, it was like right at closing time, and we ended up having to go someplace else.
Which restaurant did you try?
It's the one that's right around the corner.
Yeah.
The Italian place
with a mac and cheese, maybe.
Oh, Moretti's?
Maybe.
Because that one's the closest one.
Yeah. When we were there, we tried like a few.
I had a whole list.
Deep dish pizza.
That we didn't finish.
A bucket list, yeah.
I have intentions.
Maria would pick Harold and I up because
Let's go.
She'd be gallivanting
We're
Chicago
hungry.
while we were at the convention center, and then by the end, she would pick us up and then take us somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah.
We'd be hungry.
We did an escape room.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
When we were there, that was a lot of fun.
Who was on the escape room?
And we went to Medieval Times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I will be there this year.
I don't think you were there the same day that we went.
No,
it was the following, because we went on Friday.
Oh, you guys saw their flag too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that the flag? Yeah.
Yep.
Did your team win?
No.
Ours won that time.
We almost.
We had. What did we have? Slytherin?
No, we were.
We were Gryffindor.
Yeah.
I think we were Gryffindor too. We were
red. We were red team. And
I think we were red and yellow, or yellow and black, something like that.
Yeah. It's funny. We had Medieval Times here in Toronto too, and I think we've only gone when we were teenagers, like years and years ago.
Oh, is it still? We still have it?
Oh, it's still here. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a staple.
Oh, really?
But I feel like I've actually gone to Chicago more times than Toronto, even growing up. When I used to visit when I was little, it's like just something to do, right?
Because Nick and Maria, where are you guys at?
Toronto.
You're in
We're just
Toronto,
outside Toronto, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's our main.
So we used to have BrickFest Toronto as our convention, but now I guess it's Bricks in the Six. So that's the one that we have here. I haven't been to Bricks in the Six yet, but I've been to BrickFest Toronto.
I was gonna say
it's literally like 5 kilometers away when they're hosting. It used to be like all the way down.
When I was part of Tora Lug, we would go to BrickFest.
Yeah.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Well, and there's also Brick Can, but that's like the other side of the world from you.
Yeah.
We've never been to Vancouver.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
I was
maybe
actually
just like in what's it called?
in
Drop
Vancouver.
Oh.
This past August, my wife and I did an Alaskan cruise.
Oh,
We went
nice.
to Vancouver and Victoria.
Oh, nice.
Damn, another cruise.
Where does it set sail? It sets sail
out of Vancouver.
Right
out of Vancouver.
From Vancouver. Okay.
Yep.
How far did you fly to Vancouver then, or is it not too far?
Oh my god, that was an entire day of flying.
Really?
We had a 6-hour layover in LAX.
Oh, wow. That is long.
6 hours.
I mean, LAX is pretty big to explore, but it's long.
Huge.
Huge.
We walked the entire airport.
I can imagine.
Wait, so from Denver you have to go down to LA and then up to Vancouver?
Yeah, it was stupid. And we stopped. Where else did we stop? I want to say we had to. Well, I can't remember if it was going or coming back. We also had a layover in Calgary. It was like zigzagging.
That is kind of weird.
Nick had a story like that going to Utah this last year where he had
I had
three
layovers.
3 layovers.
But I made it. It was
Sometimes
like a
it's where the flight tickets
last
are.
minute
Yeah.
flight.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was rough because by the time we got to Vancouver, got a cab and went to our Airbnb, it was like 12:30, 1 in the
Midnight.
morning.
Yeah. And were you
And-
leaving the
Oh,
next
dang.
day for the cruise? Like it was that instant?
No, we had to go. I think we were in the Airbnb for 7 hours.
Oh my
We-
gosh.
Yeah, we got in,
Yeah.
slept, got up.
And then
Got to
went.
the-
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's Alaska?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Cold.
It is amazing.
Well,
It
at
was
that
not
time,
that
was
cold. It
What?
was not that cold. This was the very last cruise of the season for the Princess Cruises.
Okay, Caribbean.
And it
Oh, not
was-
Caribbean.
Princess.
It
Yeah,
was
Princess.
very rainy because Alaska,
Oh.
I did not know, is a temperate rainforest that right along the coast
Oh.
there. It is. They get all kinds of rain and not as much snow as you'd think, but that's just like right down at the bottom, the inland
Okay.
seaway.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't go all the way up to the main
Deeper into
part
it,
of Alaska,
right.
like where
Okay.
Anchorage is and all that.
Wow.
But, we went to like Juneau and Ketchikan and Sitka and a whole bunch of other weird names. places.
Did you get to see any ice igloo snow, or was it
Icebergs,
all just
waves.
We
greenery?
saw it was all
Caribou.
green. It was all green because
Oh,
again this was
Hmm.
August.
August.
So
Okay.
we got to see the salmon spawning. We didn't see the
Oh,
whales
cool.
though. I really
Oh.
wanted to see some
Whales,
whales, but we didn't get
Yeah,
to see
yeah.
whales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did get to go. We went up and saw a glacier, like
Solid.
right
Cool.
up to.
Oh my gosh.
And I got to see it
Dang.
actually calve where a big chunk came off. It's like, yeah, that was.
You're
that
like,
was
don't go near
check
it.
off
We
my
have
bucket.
Are you guys
Yeah.
like a cruising family? You've been to a bunch of cruise. Oh, this was
the
like
second ever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my wife and I went on a cruise for our
Hmm.
honeymoon, and so this was to celebrate our 25th wedding.
Oh, very nice.
oh,
I have been on a cruise.
Oh,
congrats.
Yeah. Don't die without taking a cruise. They're so much fun.
Yeah.
We
It's
just
all,
came-
it's all the money, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
We just came back from a New Year's cruise.
We're
so-
believers now.
So we it was also our second cruise
Yeah.
ever, because our
Yeah.
first one was in 2006, and then
And
we had just
when you
had
had
one
a
this
when you
year.
had a baby on a cruise, it just wasn't the same as when you have
No.
teenagers on a cruise and you're like, you guys go feed yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Love you, bye bye.
Right.
And so there's a huge freedom sense there.
So the
but
cruise that we went on was actually one of Maria's. It was like a reunion. So there were
family
12
reunion.
12 of us that were able to
Oh, cool.
And
just
it's fun.
hang out.
Yeah, it's very
like her,
fun.
her cousins. So
But my mom's a cruiser. She goes all the time. Like even right after this cruise she was on with us, she went to Asia and now she just booked another one to Panama. And I'm like, just
Oh,
go.
Panama.
Yeah, she's doing the Panama Canal. It's interesting because I get like she has enough friends who will find time to cruise with her, right? Or different groups of
Yeah.
people. But for this Panama, she actually has a friend who's it's going to be their third or fourth time because there's
Oh.
something that's always being changed or
In
fixed on the
third
Panama
or
Canal
fourth time in Panama.
to the Panama Canal,
Oh.
specific cruise.
Oh,
And he's just like very like he's an engineer, I guess, his background. He's just very
Oh.
intrigued by how something is changing in this canal. And mom's like, yeah, I just get to go with
Yeah.
him. I'm like, okay, that's good.
Nice.
You go. But yeah, no, again, like we would love to do more cruises. It's just
Maria keeps
cruise.
floating the idea of like a Lego
Time.
convention cruise.
Lego convention. Yeah, time.
Lego convention cruise.
That would
where-
be cool, right?
wouldn't that be incredible?
Who gets to like organize something like this? I don't know. Do we nominate Sean?
Sean or Cody. I don't know.
Sean,
Yeah.
Cody, I don't know.
One
Put
of
some
them.
names out there.
Make
Take
it
my money. No. But that's
So
cool.
now, did you on your cruise? Was it a lot of young people?
It
old
was like a
people,
mix.
a
It was,
mix?
it's
It was the
pretty-
Royal Caribbean,
Yeah.
Uh huh.
and so it wasn't quite Carnival where there's like it's all crazy. And it was a big ship too. I think it was one of the newer.
Odyssey.
It was the Odyssey.
Oh,
And I
so
was
it's
fearful.
big, yeah.
I
One
was
of the
fearful
newer
that I
ones.
was going to get like seasick again. Like the first time I felt like our ship was maybe smaller.
It was
and I
wavy
felt
the
it
first
more.
time.
This time I would feel some, I don't know, like sometimes I'm sitting down and I'll just feel something, right? But nothing
Oh.
too badly. But yeah, no.
And our room wasn't by one of the windows. It was it was like in the middle of the ship. So when you
felt
go in and
stable.
close the door and the lights, it's like pitch black. And
Oh
you
yeah.
can't even see your hand in front of
Yeah.
your
Oh,
face.
sick.
So it's just like it's so easy to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, easy. Yeah. Well, we had pretty rough seas,
Oh
for
no.
the majority of the time. I mean, there was one night. Yeah, I actually brought home some COVID for my cruise. It was fantastic.
Oh.
I mean, it was like getting a cold. It wasn't that big a deal, but
It was.
Yeah.
But I got sick like the last couple of days while we were there. So that was kind of a bummer. You know, I just didn't really have the energy, and so But our cruise was like the AARP special. I mean, it was like the geriatric. Everybody there. I felt like, I mean, we were like looking for young people.
You were the youngest one. Like me going to like the Lionel Richie concert last September with my mom.
Among the youngest people there, and it was it was pretty
fun. Well, there are cruises that's like 6 months long, 1 year long, like cruise around the world that's like $100,000, and you're like, wow.
Like a deployment.
I mean, what else do people do with their retirement funds? I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, even when you're on the cruise, you see all those people trying to sell more cruises.
Yeah. Like when we were there, there was like people who were like, oh yeah, we're getting back off on Fort Lauderdale, but then we're gonna go jump back into like another liner that will now take us to the other part of the Caribbean. I'm like, is this like your sports? That's pretty
because you're fed every day. You have your buffets and everything.
This is it, right?
We had dinner with she was a professor, and she was teaching you go and learn about whatever. In this case, we could learn about Alaska or some things.
Okay.
And so she would give these lectures, during the cruise, and she had been on that ship for like 6 months.
Wow.
And she was
what kind of job can I get? That's awesome.
I know.
When you think about that, right? No, that's
basically it's on a ship.
I mean, I prefer a cruise than like a resort. Like we did a resort too, like last summer.
Yeah.
And I just felt like there was, I don't know, like I know you're stuck also on a boat the same way you're stuck in a resort, but I felt like there's so many more things to do
on the boat.
Like I was I was doing 20,000 steps a day.
Well,
I
like on
I was doing
on our ship, there was inside. They had like the basketball court that like changed into like bumper cars. Then outside they had like rock climbing, and they had like the iFly, which is like your
surf.
Yeah.
There was a lot of things to do. I mean, there were a lot of people, but like there's a lot of things to do.
Downstairs they had the casino, but we didn't really go to the casino.
Yeah, we'd cruise through it, which I was surprised to see that they still allow smoking in the casino on the ship.
Oh.
You walk in, you're like, oh God.
Wow, where is this?
Like
the 80s.
I've traveled back in time to the 80s or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny to say that.
Yeah.
So at Brick World Chicago, Larry was actually the first person to mention brick slopes to me and put that idea in my head. I think it might have been during the closing ceremonies. I don't know if you remember, Larry. It was like during the closing ceremonies, I bumped into you there, and then you're telling me about brick slopes and everything. And then, so that was the first inkling in my head. And then later on, when I was talking to Fred Panuto and more, they're like, oh, they're going to brick slopes too. So, but yeah, brick slopes was a lot of fun. Speaking like of the shirt that you're wearing.
Yeah.
And you had different mocks there I remember you had a lot of different smaller mocks that you brought to.
And that's very drivable from you.
Yeah, for me, it's an 8-hour drive.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So we don't need
it's your Chicago to our Chicago.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's nice that you can, you got to leave really early in the morning, but you get there and it's daylight and
Yes, yeah, that's exactly.
So were you able just to drive all your mocks over? Then it wasn't too bad.
In fact, this last time, if you remember Elliot Lyon's build, he did the big 501st.
Oh
base.
yes.
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I did.
That was all in my car too. So.
And
I had just a few. I mean, I had like 2 or 3 boxes. He had 20 boxes filling up my SUV. Like,
did you? Okay, SUV.
Yeah. So, yeah, dude.
What did you? Can you talk about the mocks that you brought to Brick Slopes?
Yeah, I brought the X-Men one, of course. The Mosaic. I brought so I had a couple of D&D things that I had worked on. So for Brickworld Chicago, well, for all 3 conventions this year, I'm doing a big D&D display.
Oh, nice.
So I had my dice tower.
Oh, look the
nice.
Oh, wow.
Ice dragon.
Yep.
Wow.
And I had my. Let's see if I can grab it. It's behind all the. Don't drop it, Larry. Don't drop it.
I was gonna say, or not gonna say.
The table just
every time we have guests over, I'm
We
always,
gotta
like,
we
looking
gotta
at your
clip
room.
it at 35 minutes just in case.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, nice. Look, the
Oh.
show.
Oh wow!
This was there, but without the water. I didn't have the water done.
That
Yeah,
looks
I don't remember the water.
fantastic. Oh wow, that looks amazing.
The
So-
dragon head looks cool.
Yeah.
And this is basically, it's almost like a character for the game that I'm playing with my kids. I'm gonna put it now. Because it's their ship, their character. So
I see.
Okay.
I have my 3 adult kids come over, and I'm the dungeon master, and we play.
Oh, that's so
And-
cool.
Yeah.
That's how their adventure started. The adventure starts. They're on a ship, and the adventure begins. So they've had to actually. They went to a town. They had to later leave the town and go to another island, so that they get back on their ship. I am working on a full map of some caverns that's part of their campaign. Because I'm putting together a D&D demo, and I don't know if it's going to be for AFOLs and for public. I don't know. We're still noodling it, trying to figure out what we're going to do.
Okay.
I've got an incomplete Dungeon Master screen that matches the dice tower, so it's the same white and blue. So I had just the dice tower and the ship without the water. What else is there? I am drawing
They
a
were
blank.
smaller. They were like smaller things too. I can't
Yeah.
remember now though. I was trying to see on your Instagram if you had pictures of him, but you didn't have pictures.
I'm not good with my Instagram pictures. I'm not good at posting my pictures of my mocks on Instagram. I'm getting better at that.
But you still have pictures on like your computer or your phone for memory and everything. That's good.
God, I'm just trying to think. I know I didn't bring as much this last year as I did the year before, because the year before we had our big Ghostbusters Afterlife collaboration.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That was at Chicago. Let's see, that was
Hey, Jordan.
so if you can see the trophies that are up there.
Oh yeah, I see the
Yeah.
Brickwork nominations.
So
And
That's cool.
wins.
best large group layout is the little one, the nomination one.
Yeah.
Only because we were in the same category as Nukashima.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how good your build was if you're going up against that thing.
Yeah.
And that was the very first time that I had seen the Ghostbusters display in the dark, like in a full dark thing when we did World of Lights, and we had a fog machine inside the temple.
Oh, cool.
So the fog flowed down the white steps where Gozer was sitting
as it should.
As it should, and it looked so cool in the dark because there was a light. There's a light behind the fog, so as the fog's coming out, it's like the fog is lit up. It was so cool.
That's cool.
So cool.
See, again, there's so many creative venues, that you could incorporate with Lego beyond just the Lego, just to even give it like that next level of realism or just the next level of extra, right? So it's very cool.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
just lights. I mean, if you just take lights as an example of how just what a wow factor that adds to your mocks.
Right.
When everybody was, because I think I also knew so much about Brickworld Chicago because of Friday Night Bricks.
Yeah.
Reed and Kevin, those guys are all out east, and so that's their big show, and it's right around the corner for them. So
for sure.
they were talking it up for years, because during COVID, that's when I got involved in live streaming stuff. And
was it Friday Night Bricks? Was that the live stream you were first introduced to?
Actually, it was probably the second one, because the first one was actually when Kevin Hinkle used to do Lego.
Oh wow!
He had he would do a doodle stream, but he had a build stream like on Tuesdays or something.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
I think that
So
was
you were
probably one of
on.
the very first ones, but I was never on that one. That was like the first one I started watching.
Okay.
And then Friday Night Bricks was the first one I participated on.
Was on.
And then eventually Reed made Jesse and I co-hosts because we were just there every week. You know?
Nice.
Cool.
They're at a convention right now, right?
Yeah, so Brick World Milwaukee is happening this
Oh,
weekend.
Milwaukee.
Brickworld
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
But it's more of an expo, meaning
Okay.
it's
There's
just
no AFOL.
public. There's no AFOL fun stuff.
Okay.
So,
But it's still run by Mark Larson.
Okay.
Yep,
But it's just interesting how all these, like, again, there's just more venues, like just more cities involved. The participation of, not beyond just the community, but like also the public. It's increasing, like just increasing awareness of it. Like it's just more for Lego, but more for people in community too. Like
I think
imagine somebody who's able to go to all of these every week. Like there must be somebody out there in the world, right? Like who's like, that's my sport.
Who's not even like displaying.
Yeah, not displaying. They just want to see all the.
Well, I don't know if you find this to be true, but when I talk to people at public events, without fail, every single show, or it could just be a display at a museum or whatever, people come up and they're like, I had no idea that there was a Lego thing out there, that there were other adults that do this. Like, well, we need to, and that's, what we do as lugs is to really get out there and promote and let people know, hey, there's a whole bunch of other wackos that do the same thing.
That's right.
Come join our club.
Yeah, but it is like a lot of like different other like subset communities, right? Like people who are collectors, or like once upon a time we were like big into like running marathons, for example. And like even those, like you get, you're out there 3 a.m. in the morning waiting for the start gun to go off. But like, who are all these crazies awake with me who's trained the last so many months so that we can run 42 kilometers together? Like, oh you.
Yeah.
But this is it. Lego is kinder to my knees, kinder to.
Yeah, I used to be big into comic books. And I ended up selling my collection and starting a whole new hobby.
New passion. No, for sure.
Yeah, it was actually after when the first Deadpool movie came out, and when Deadpool's first appearance in the comics, skyrocketed. It was worth nothing before, and then it went up to. I think at the time I sold it was about a $900 comic book.
Holy
no! What is it now?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's way back down. I mean,
comics,
comics are like any other market. Everything's up and down, up and down.
So you sold at the right time, or did it actually go higher than what you sold it for?
I sold. I mean, it was that book that made me go, all right, if I'm going to sell my comics, I'm going to do it now. Because I had, a handful of key issues that were valuable and boxes and boxes of crap. There was just a lot of times they weren't maybe even worth the price I paid for them. So I'm like, this is ridiculous. I've moved these dozens of boxes. I don't know how many times from house to house, because that's true. Hobby I continued. I started in high school. I was still collecting when I was in the Navy. After the Navy, and then I got married, and that slowed down. Just because I lost interest, and it was like it's very expensive, and it turned out to not be what I thought it was. I was thinking I'm going to buy all these comics, and then one day I sell them for $1 million. No, it's just to find somebody to buy the whole collection was very hard. Not a lot of people want to buy
all of it
collections because they don't want all the crap.
Right.
Unless they have a comic book store. I went to every store in town.
They wouldn't buy it.
I got a couple they lowballed me. I mean, they're like, I'll buy it for pennies on the dollar. So anyway, I found a good buyer, and
there's a home for them.
Got them out of the house. But
well, this is it. Like with anything collecting, like you collect it just for the love of it, right? Like yes, there are some people who will buy 2 sets or whatever for the sake of hopefully in the future that set will be a good investment. but ultimately it's like you
But
buy
you also want to sell to like someone who loves
who
it.
appreciates it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure, right?
That's
And
what
then
I do with
it's
my
a
bike
lot more
series.
meaningful.
Oh, you're able to sell the whole lump sum, right?
Yeah, it's a little mall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to buy a lot.
Although I still do some comic stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
back in high school, I got my best friend into reading comics. He now has a business. He's a comic book consultant.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh,
You made your friend a comic book consultant.
I did. I take
Those are
full
the
credit
best
or
kinds of
blame,
friends.
depending on who's talking
Yeah,
about it. But
Yeah.
so on Tuesday nights, he actually does a comic sale. It's he live streams it on Facebook every Tuesday.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm like his producer. I go over and I'm behind the camera and we banter back and forth as he sells books.
Okay.
And,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
okay.
it's so
it keeps
low budget.
it keeps you
Like
in
an
the
auction, like some sort of like sometimes like that, or an
Kind
estate
of. Well,
sale?
it's well, if he puts up a book and there are more than 5 offers on it, we will actually do what is called a reverse auction because of internet speeds and how everybody can be different. People are gonna raise holy hell if they no, my claim was in first.
Mm.
Well, what he'll do is say the comic book he's offering it for $50, and half a dozen people want it. He will then say, okay, the new price is going to be $75, and he'll work down. So the trick is to buy it when it's a little bit, you're probably going to pay more than that $50. Because if more than one person want to buy it at that price, it means you could demand more money for it.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
yeah, so he'll start at like 75 for like 40 seconds is if the first one to get
cool.
it, and then he'll lower it to 70, and then 65, and then so he will do that
That's
as
interesting.
in an auction form,
Mhm,
but it's
mhm.
it's fair. It's fair because it can't only be manipulated.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering since the kids have left, has their bedrooms turned into any sort of Lego room or is this one of their bedrooms?
Nick
This
is
was one of
playing.
their bedrooms. Yep,
Oh wow!
yep. I had
That
Huh?
didn't take you long, Dad.
the walls were there was pink and purple in here.
Oh,
I
geez.
had to I had to
Yes.
repaint
Yeah.
light blue gray and dark blue gray.
Initially, when I saw you,
I actually took the
windows behind you.
tiles.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I took a couple of Lego tiles to the Home Depot to match
is that
the
a-
colors.
Is that a
cool.
window or is that a TV?
One's a TV and one's a window.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay, I
TV.
see the window.
That's a window.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't see the window.
And those are windows.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's the wall that wall is dark gray,
That's cool. That's
dark
cool.
blue Lego gray.
Is another bedroom like where sets are displayed or anything? Or
No, I don't display very much at all.
Oh.
I don't really have a good reason for that other than
do you
I'm the
build
only
a set then take it apart for the pieces?
almost always.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you build it for the experience.
That's cool.
Exactly. Now, like above my computer, there are a couple shelves, and I've got Thor's hammer, and there's R2D2, and there's Boba Fett's head, and there's a Corvette, and
Okay.
Harry Potter and Hermione.
Those hobbies.
Just your favorites are
favorites that I like, that I like to build, or like R2D2. It's R2D2. I love R2D2.
Yeah.
I need to have him there.
Yeah.
So there are a handful of sets that I would like to have and build and display.
And displayed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that the town square. I'm not going to take that apart. I'm going to probably use it in a D&D game sometime. But
Yeah.
other than that, I just don't. I don't really have. I mean, I could maybe convince my wife to give me some display space, but I doubt it. She'll be like,
Yeah.
"No, you get your toy room. That's fine."
Yeah.
Was it always like that since 2017? You always took stuff apart, or at the beginning you did keep things built?
I think it was kind of always like that because as you start off, you learn pretty quickly that you don't have enough brick. Of course, you never have enough brick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I, I cannot build anything where I have all the parts. You know,
Yeah.
it's like,
How
is
can
that
we work for
possible?
Lego
I got
and then
I
they
got a
would have that,
room
right?
full of that. You know, it's like I
Yeah.
got a room full of plastic
But you,
bricks.
you're still on
But it's
Bricklink
not
looking
enough.
for
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
pieces
For
or
sure.
something.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
But that's
I
why
mean-
when you when you watch like the Lego show, like the Lego
Lego
Masters, and they just run to all the bins, you're just like how many bricks are there for them to like be able to create the scale
know,
that they're creating, right?
Moto told me, he's like, they don't have as much as you think they do.
Oh,
They don't
the
because
magic.
they don't
Yeah.
have
That's what I heard.
every piece.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
they just have kind of
2x4s.
a lot of the basics and a lot of the important stuff that you'll need. But
Mm-hmm.
Now you're fighting for
Yeah.
brick.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
that
when you
and I hate dusting, so I'm like I don't want to.
The dusting, yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Yeah.
so when you first started, you were mocking right away.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
My
very
very first mock was I started building. I was Deadpoolizing Star Wars ships. So I built
Oh,
That's cool.
a Deadpool X-wing. Was the very first
Okay.
mock that I've built as an adult. Yeah.
nice.
And
Yeah, because I've only seen that more recently, but you've been doing it, I guess, for a while, like changing color. Because I've found like the whole friends-defying the AT-AT or
Okay.
or,
It was
or
Mhm.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
it
that's
was.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Deadpoolizing.
Deadpoolizing.
I love how we're like
Deadpoolizing.
verbal.
'Cause-
Verb.
because I think, well, I built D2P2. I recolored R2D2 in red and black and
Right.
gave him
That's
two
good.
katanas on the back.
Oh, fun. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
And a big like a shoulder gun, like a Gatling gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's
That's
just
crazy.
all those weapons on it.
Oh, that's cool. But I guess based on your like how you played with Lego as a kid, that's really how it was. Like you're just mocking when you're a kid,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
put things away, and
100%.
put them back in a bin or barrel, and then that's exactly like really
Mhm.
the foundation of your skill, right? Create and put away, create and pull away.
When your kids had the Lego, did they keep things displayed like did they keep things together
They
or
did.
were they just mocking? Okay.
Yeah, they would build them and put them on their little shelves in their room, and yeah.
And then when they left, you
my
took
two
those and just
older
took
ones
them
did.
apart.
My son didn't. My son
Oh.
he'd play with them for a little bit, and then he would lose interest.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's my son right
I
now.
need to find out who his real father is.
Yeah. It's okay. Ours are also over Lego. Like our first one was the one who got us into Lego, or just the idea, right? And then he was really a great builder actually. And then the second two were just like, oh yeah, we just live in a house of Lego.
Yeah. They-
Okay, fine. I'll
it was
build with you,
normalized
Dad.
for the
Mhm.
little ones.
Yeah.
That they just got used to seeing it around. That it wasn't
Right.
as special.
Yeah.
But did you ever bring any of your kids to Lego conventions?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
They haven't seen because
The
maybe they
scope
might
of
get back into
creativity,
it once they see some
Well,
of the creations.
So we are. Me and a few others are working on getting a convention here in Denver.
Ooh.
Someday.
Oh.
That's about all I can say about it at this point. But if it was local,
2025.
if it was local, then I'm dragging them down there. And I'm
Yeah.
like, come look at this.
The
'Cause
youngest.
They're all artists, so
Oh.
Oh, cool.
they
Okay.
all they
creative
they
realm.
get it. They
Yeah,
totally
yeah, yeah.
appreciate it. They get
The
it.
building.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you an artist?
Yeah. I used to. I mean,
Lego.
my thing was drawing.
Okay.
Really like comic book style. I mean, I was at
Yeah.
one point. I'm like, I'm gonna grow up and be a comic book artist.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I did quite a bit of drawing.
Nice.
And then again, life happened.
Yeah. But this is it, right? Like if we can, I don't know, like our kids too, like they're pretty creative and everything. But it's like if there's any sort of push I can put my kids to, it's like also an appreciation for that creative aspect.
Mhm.
And it could be part of your profession one day, right?
Yeah.
So like our
Yeah.
oldest, he's now in industrial design. So something to
Nice.
match up like his technicalities, but like he also loved to draw, and there's very artistic aspect of him that it's like, okay, what is out there? And I just don't want to like pigeonhole him into, okay, be an engineer, right? Like, or things like
Yeah.
that. But there's so many more like creative outlets out there for profession that we don't even know. Like, just like who created these things?
Right.
There must be beyond engineers, but it's like, let me just design this thing, and now we're all so inseparable to that item, right? But I mean, and Lego has a huge like growth in the last 15, 20, 25 years, like in terms of their marketing and just and it's almost too much. Did I just say that? But it's like, yes, I'll keep buying everything. Every month. Every month. It's like, this is the big set for the month. They're like, all right.
April was the Dungeons and Dragons set.
I know.
What do you think about that?
Oh, I have to have it. I have to have it.
April 1st.
April 1st it came out.
I mean, it's I don't have a big Lego budget, so it's that would be like my big purchase of the year. Although I just bought the town square, it just kills me. It's like you had to have both of those cool sets, in my opinion. Cool sets.
Yeah. The Dungeons and Dragons
time.
Yeah.
Would that Dungeons and Dragons set be kept, and would it be on that shelf in front of you?
I probably would. I would probably build it and leave it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. We did get to play that set on Jesse's channel.
Oh.
What does that mean?
Let's see. So,
you could play the game.
I guess it goes back 4 weeks. So, it comes with a campaign.
Yeah.
There's an actual D&D adventure that you can play
in the
that set.
I just built it.
You have to Lego VIP rewards. You have to redeem.
Yeah, if you want to get the you can download the digital version for free.
But you have to have the book.
But yeah, you have to have the book. I mean, so I'll be getting that. So Mel, since he's on the LAN, he got the set to build and review. He then sent it to Jesse so that we could play. And so we played 2 weeks in a row, and it was a lot of fun. It's a pretty good, quick, fast campaign. It's good for beginners to learn how to play the game. Jesse, of course, had to do what Jesse does, and that's to enhance the experience by because the rooms are so small. It's like the tavern is like you can barely get all the little minifigs in there.
Yeah.
So if you're playing and doing a story and people are walking around and interacting, so he built like very simple mock-ups of the different rooms that we would be
cool.
that were important. So yeah,
expanded it.
Yeah. So he did that with half of our players, and he's doing it again with the other half, which is very interesting. So he's basically doing the same campaign, but with two different groups. And it's interesting how the second group is doing things different than we did.
Oh,
it's just
follow your own adventure, kind of.
Exactly. It's exactly
what
it is.
That's cool. Yeah. I don't know why I've never gotten into Dungeons and Dragons. Like I feel like it's so up
I think you'll have fun with it.
I totally would. I just don't
you
have
have
the
to
time.
find the right dungeon master.
What if I want to be the dungeon master? I
mean,
I don't know how to play anything.
Oh man,
one day
I got hooked. I mean, that's almost like it's a Lego adjacent new hobby for me. I mean,
because you got your family into it after experiencing it with Jesse.
They got into D&D. My kids did on their own, well before all of this happened.
Huh.
But then when Jesse, why did we start doing it?
It's like a whole collab.
Also, you were one of the originals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I want to say that it was kind of instigated by that challenge that Lego put out to build a Lego set.
Oh,
okay. Because that was about a year ago, a little over a year ago.
Yeah.
So it kind of coincides with when we started playing. But I think there were some other factors. Watching, if you know what Critical Role is, it's a group of voice actors, well-known voice actors. They do all kinds of anime and animated, all kinds of stuff. They started a live, and again, I think this goes back to like 2014 or 15.
Okay.
And they started playing D&D in front of camera, and we started checking that channel out, and
Okay.
that evolved into a show on Amazon Prime now. There's a Dungeons and Dragons. It's called Vox Machina.
You watched that?
I watched that.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
wait, that's based on their
Dragons
interaction.
It was based on the game they played. They had to go back and watch their whole game and build a story.
Oh.
It's really very interesting. And they're on their like third or fourth campaign now, and they're funny, because they're professional voice actors. So it's really interesting. Yeah, and you'd recognize probably a few of them. So anyway, that's why he calls it Critical Bricks, because he's ripping off a
based on that Critical
Cool.
Role.
Cool.
Oh, okay. That's neat.
So it when it started off, it was a little rough. We were pretty green, and it was a little rough. But we've gotten better over time, and we know how to work off of each other when we're playing. And
yes, I guess in my head, like a game has to end, and for something like this to keep ongoing, because it can evolve and just so many different iterations, right? Like it's an ongoing evolution. Versus, I'm like, okay. Did we win?
I know it's one of those games. It's like you don't win.
Do we go to
lose,
sleep? Like, do we go to sleep? How long did we play today? Do we, So I feel like, if anything, it might be a slippery slope of obsession for me. And
I think it's like
14 hours
straight.
Wow.
14 hours straight. Well, we took breaks.
My gosh. Yeah,
but
it was one session.
It was one session. It was fun.
Wow, I think we've gone. I think our longest are around. Our 4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah. So.
But even so, like 4 hours is a long time.
That's still a long stream.
And, for it not to have like a conclusion, you're like, okay, I'll see you when I see you next.
See you next week.
That's a whole different
You have to remember what happened.
What happened? I was winning.
Yeah. Well, that just happened because I was playing with my kids this past weekend, but we hadn't played since November. So we were like,
wow.
I'm having to go through all my notes, and I'm like, who else took notes? Do you remember what happened?
Yeah. Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, I thought maybe it was like a weekly standing thing with you guys, like Saturday night dinner, and then let's dessert.
I would like it to be, but they're getting all three of them in one place at the same time is a challenge.
For sure.
I wonder eventually that's gonna be like us. Because we have the 3 kids too, 19, 14, and 10 right now. But then eventually, they're gonna move out, and
you just want to use their room for your Lego collection. I know.
They're all gonna be back together.
I made this. I decided I'm gonna be a DM for this thing, so I could get my kids to come back and play with me.
No, that's cool. Yeah, this is it. You want to launch them, but you're like, come back.
They'll come back for a cruise. We're like, we're gonna go on a cruise, you guys.
Yeah, when mom and dad are paying, of course we'll come back. That's cool. Should we go to the next?
Are we ready for our next segment?
That's quite the stretch. Thanks.
Yeah.
Which is
our next which is share your stories, share your stories, share your stories. Weekly recap. I know what you're gonna say. It feels like we've already been sharing our stories, but we're gonna share for the week. Do you remember what happened this week?
Nick always reminds me what happens. I just feel like I went to work every single day. I did remember. We had a solar eclipse over in our part of the world here.
They got solar eclipses too, right?
It was only partial. Where
it's like a whole shade at different parts of like North America up to us in Toronto.
I thought it was all of North America.
No, so it's like the world, right? But it's like where the sun and the moon will collide, and it's that piece of strip.
I only saw it on the internet.
Yeah,
I was too afraid to go outside.
They actually switched all the kids' PA days, so their professional activity days, from next month to actually this Monday, April 8th, because of the solar eclipse. They didn't want kids coming home in that darkness, right? So that would be around when school.
Because the kids are just going to be like,
why is it dark? Like, why is it? And it went pitch dark.
Even if you tell your kids don't look up, they will
look up, right? Why? And of course, the incidence of just retinal injury was a bit higher. So they made everybody stay home, and I'm usually able to take the day off.
I think they even changed like starting times for baseball games.
Yeah,
for some
shifted and
games,
everything, but it started to maybe happen around 2:00. And then by 3:10, it was pitch dark. Like you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, what kind of crazy
That's cool.
monsoon weather. So it's cool and everything. But I even had a friend who did a time lapse video, and I think she's just like off the coast, and you can just see like the sun, it's like setting and then pitch dark, and then you can see the sun rising again as if from the horizon, right? So it's pretty dramatic.
That's cool.
And then it was done by 5 p.m. And
Did you guys see it like on the internet or TV with?
But it's just like the
Yeah.
halo,
It's like a
the
circle.
halo of the moon and everything.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Texas.
Little-
next to happen in 2044, so stay tuned.
Oh, I thought it was 100 years.
The
Or
last one
120
was
years.
like 2017, so it's just
There- yeah.
different in the timing, right?
Well, it was 2017, but then the one before that was 1918.
Yeah, a while ago.
So it was like
it again
a
depends on
huge-
like the shift of, I don't know, cosmics.
I mean,
cosmics.
It happens fairly often, every several years, but not everywhere on the planet sees it.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
So it won't happen in our end of the world. It'll be like in another
Yeah.
part
oh,
of the
somewhere
world.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there'll be
Right,
people who are like, oh, it just got dark. Oh, we're being punished. Imagine that's what happened. I'm sure.
That was
right, to
back in
people.
the.
We're being punished. Oh, good, we're forgiven again. Yay!
I'll take a nap.
We've atoned for our sins. Yeah, exactly. So
But
that's,
Speaking of naps, another thing that happened this week is we got a new mattress.
oh,
Remember?
that's exciting.
We
yeah.
got the We got the mattress in a box.
Oh, yeah, the cat. Yeah.
The
How's it?
Casper.
The Casper.
So
The Casper, we
we're celebrating
You-
our
you guys-
20th
you know about-
anniversary soon.
you know
and
about the
this
Casper?
This is how we
Yeah.
gift ourselves now.
I know about the I know about the purple. I think
Oh,
it's basically kind of the
purple.
same concept. A purple is it comes in
remember
like a
matches.
huge burrito. It's all
Yeah.
rolled up.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's what.
yes, yes.
Yeah. So,
So I'm not sure if I like it, and it's too late now because I threw away the box and everything, and we throw away our
I
old
like
mattress
it.
too.
It's high, so she has
Yeah.
to use a ladder to climb.
Well,
with
not a
it.
ladder. We do have a stool, but yeah,
A
it
step
is high.
ladder.
It's like I don't know, when I'm standing, I feel like it's a good 3 feet, and I'm only
Really?
5 feet
Yeah.
tall.
so is it like
So-
a pillow top?
It's a pillow
Or
top,
is it
and it's a
just really thick?
hybrid. So there's coils too.
Oh, okay.
There's no coils.
Or why is it a hybrid? You were
it's not
saying-
the hybrid.
Oh,
we didn't get the hybrid. It's just the. So it was a burrito, like you said, and then you take off the
I wasn't
the
there for the
first
unveiling.
the outer plastic and then it lays down like a square. Then you take off the inner plastic, and then it just starts
It keeps
rising.
expanding.
Yep.
Yeah.
But there's no coil inside. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
it's not the
Pure
hybrid.
foam.
It's just the regular.
Okay.
If it was the hybrid, I guess it would be, I guess more
Bouncy.
bouncy.
Okay.
Or
So I just feel like I don't know. I barely move when I sleep. I sleep
She's just, like,
very
sucking
still,
it.
like a vampire, if you call it. But I feel like because it is a foam, like just top, I just sink in, and there's no move for my micro moves if I do any moves, right? So I feel like I wake up and I'm just like stuck. It's like a quick stand, and I'm like, oh, I have to like shift myself and like re-straighten like my spine or something, like, but very, very
Yeah.
minutely. That I'm just like, I don't know if I like it.
but
So-
it takes a while. Like I was reading online and everything. It
Oh.
takes a few
Right,
weeks.
can you give me tips?
It takes a few weeks for your body to get used to
Mhm.
it because different muscles are being used compared to when you're
I'm
just
working out when I'm sleeping. and I
because you've
don't-
had your old mattress for a time, so
Yeah.
your body's used to that
yeah,
type of
yeah, yeah.
mattress or
Yeah.
and now it's different supports and different muscles
Yeah.
are being used.
Oh
So
no.
it's just
I like firm mattresses.
it's
So
pretty
it's not
firm.
firm?
it is firm.
It's-
like
it's-
it
it's
feels
pretty-
firm.
Okay.
Just like
Too
sink in,
firm.
so that you're encased in it. Like I feel encased,
Hmm.
and I feel like I want to like shift a little bit, and I'm like, oh wait, like let me just get my bearings, and I'm like
Yeah.
kind of like pulling
Yeah.
myself out of it. And then we went and got like a whole ton of pillows, to replace our old.
Jeez.
And I just feel like I'm drowning in pillows. I'm just like, maybe this is too
Because
much.
all our pillows were flat, so we were like, oh, okay,
You
we're
can't
all
pull for
Time
it?
for spring clean and just
Yep.
toss
we're gonna
everything
get
out, right?
puffy pillows. But then there was on sale at Costco. They had the foam memory pillow, and so I'm like, oh, I want
And
to
it's
get
a
that.
cooling gel pillow.
And
like,
Maria's
it's
like,
interesting.
you just get it for yourself.
And
So I
like
got it, and guess who's the person who's always using it?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, where's my foam pillow? And she's like, oh, it's under me. I'm using.
It's mine now. It's interesting. Like again, like all the inventions like that happens like this, right? Within I don't know how many years
Yeah.
now, but when I was little, it's like a mattress is something like my dad would put on top of his van or something, and you carry it
Mhm.
home, and you're
Yeah.
tying it down with rope.
But now it's just in a
Yeah.
box.
No, it's down a box.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's not even that heavy too. To when I was carrying it into the
Oh
car.
man, ours weighs a ton.
Oh.
It's so heavy. It's so,
Oh,
it's
maybe
so
I'm-
dense. Yeah.
Maybe I'm just
Yeah,
a
it's
little bit.
I
That
don't
could be
know.
Dang.
I don't know. Like my mom has a fancy one where it can recline
Oh,
or,
right.
Oh.
or things like that, like from the
Oh,
her
uh-huh.
head to her
Therapeutic.
feet, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is too fancy for me. But yeah, no, it's good. It's good to have new mattress and everything.
How was your week, Harold?
Yeah. It's been a busy week. I mean, there's so many like moving parts for my field trip during the summer.
Oh,
So yeah.
Harold won't be able to go to Brick World or Brick Slopes.
Yeah, we'll
this
go to
year
Brick World.
because he has work.
Brick
Assignments.
World, Bricks Fair,
Yeah.
all that.
Oh, Brick
for
Fair
next
too?
few
Oh,
months,
wow.
I thought you were still able
Yeah.
to go to Brick Fair.
No,
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
they just gave us a date.
Bummer.
So I was like, "Dang, there goes all my Lego shows."
That's
All
long.
right.
Oh, jeez. I thought you were going to be back in September.
Nope.
No, I'm just gonna be dark when I come back.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
But yeah,
all
that's
those
about me.
all the work on the mocks are just gonna be
2025.
I'm actually still
reveal.
building, which is kind of weird. I'm actually sorting right now, which I'm sorting like a couple sets I got from the Walmart clearances that
Oh,
I've been
wow.
getting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's like therapeutic for me. And then I've been
Mhm.
taking a lot of naps. I don't know what the solar eclipse did to me.
yeah.
Like come home, take a nap. No, I was like,
Sort.
I can't sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's how you
that's
pass time.
my week. Yeah.
I know it's been raining here like incessantly for the last 2 days now. Like incessant.
Yeah, we have
so-
a
At least it's
strong
not
gust
snow.
here.
Mm.
I kind of wish it snowed.
And Larry, you had an addition to your house this week
Oh.
Oh.
An addition?
on the roof. The
He's
solar
always done
panels.
this.
Oh! I was like, what?
See, you don't even know what's happening in your weekend. I don't know what's happening in my weekend. Nick reminds me.
We didn't get them installed. They've been installed since August,
Oh,
so
okay.
they're not new. But it kind of in that weather scenario. Last weekend we had some of the worst winds for our area, and it blew down so many large pine trees in the neighborhood.
Oh wow.
Like
Oh my
50
gosh.
foot tall pine trees that were just blown over.
Toppled down.
My next door neighbor, the one in his backyard, completely took out his porch and damaged
gosh.
his house. Yeah, it was insane. And there's one across the street. There's another,
Oh my
I know of
gosh.
at least
Is this
half
like
a dozen.
hurricane
Or
winds?
just high winds.
It was
Or-
super high winds. I mean, they were gusting at like 80 miles an hour.
Almost hurricane. It's like,
Yeah,
at
I
what
mean, it's
point
real
is it
close.
categorized that direction?
Yeah. But for Colorado, because we're right up against the mountains. I mean, if you imagine Colorado's a big rectangle, split it down the middle, one half is mountains, the other half is flat plains. That's Colorado. And we live right up against the mountains, right on the foothills. And
So it blows and then it kind of stops the mountains.
I don't know. I mean, they were blowing in every direction. It
Oh.
was just weird, unusual weather for us. And I don't know
Yeah.
why. It was windy for over 24 hours. I mean, it was like sustained wind
wow.
for a long time. It was.
Hmm.
That's really the only kind of weather that I really do not like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just 'cause
Mhm.
Was
It's
there
so
damage to
unpredictable,
your
right?
property?
Yeah.
Was
I
there
didn't-
damage to your
we-
property?
We lost quite a few limbs out of trees, but nothing's
Okay.
like blossomed yet. So the wind didn't have much to catch, except those pine trees because they're evergreens. They're
Yes,
you know,
yes, yeah.
There's
for
like big wind sails, and
Mhm.
we had a pretty significant couple of snowstorms recently, so the ground was very saturated still. I mean, it's still got a lot of moisture in it. So I think that factor with the high winds and the fact that those trees have very shallow root systems, because they didn't break, they pulled out of the ground.
Oh
So
wow.
the whole root ball comes up, but they don't dig deep; they spread out.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
if there wasn't a lot of ground for them to hold on to, they just
Yeah,
blew
yeah.
over.
Wow.
Interesting.
So yeah, that was
That's
this
crazy.
week. So I hear chainsaws all over the neighborhood this week.
Oh,
Jeez.
for sure. For sure.
Lots of firewood for next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty
You don't
much.
have to get Christmas trees.
Right.
Well.
I mean, they're like 50, 60 foot tall trees that were coming down. It was-
Wow. Grown.
Oh,
Just grown.
gosh.
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, those trees must be,
30
over
years.
60, 70 years old. I mean,
Oh,
because
okay.
that's how old
Even.
this neighborhood is. So
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. This is it, right? Like with global warming, it's like there's so many, I don't know, crazy phenomena for weather.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
not seasonal, but then is this now our new norm? And we don't want it to be our new norm, but
Yeah.
we're finally getting our winter tires off tomorrow, and I held off like a bit
Nice.
longer. But we had two additional snowstorms after temperatures went really positive, and then it plummeted again. And suddenly it's like you have like a
Mhm.
crazy snow, like,
In like late March, early
late
April.
March, driving from downtown, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, how am I stuck here again? And
Right.
you're already- right, and now it's back to it's fine. It's spring weather. It's just raining.
We started watching another new series.
Or Nick did,
Well,
and then he's like, you should watch it.
Fallout. Do you
Yeah,
guys,
it's based on the video game.
do you
Oh,
guys know
yeah.
Fallout?
Oh,
It's on Amazon.
My son played Fallout a lot, so yeah.
It's
Me
on
too.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I didn't know about it, the
Mhm.
background history or story so much, and it's quite good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm on like episode 5. Maria's watched the first one. What did you think about the first episode?
It was good. It's good. Like I just didn't know anything much about it. I remember like getting.
Do you
a
guys know
Mac-
the story
I
of
got a
Fallout?
Mac
Yeah.
for our son a long time ago, but it's a
No,
post-apocalyptic or something, or post
Yeah.
atomic
Fault Boy.
nuclear.
Nuclear bomb.
Yes,
Mhm.
but it's like the genre or the style. It's so mixed. Like, am I looking at something from the 50s? No, is it mixed with something
Yeah.
from like. It's like a Jetson science fiction-y, like they're wearing these spacesuits in under bunkers. Is it like mechs, right? So it's like such a crazy diverse mix, and your brain is just firing everywhere because it's not what it's expecting, right? So it's like
Right.
you're gonna mix this character with this character. They're all in the same world, but such different styles
I gotta
or
watch that this weekend.
eras. Like it's very cool.
Yeah.
So it takes place 219 years after the nuclear bomb
So
hit.
after the fallout,
And so they have the bunker dwellers or
who
the vault dwellers.
Vault dwellers.
Who've
Yeah.
been in their
safe
bunkers
zone,
for over 200 years.
and they're hoping to emerge because the radioactive levels on Earth should be reduced, but they didn't realize that they've been breached by outsiders. Who there are people who have then evolved out of that fallout, right?
The surface dwellers.
and how they're wild, they're crazy. So
So one of the characters end up going up to the surface and is finding out that civilization has been going on already. They
Yeah.
didn't even know, but then different
Oh,
things
okay.
have been happening as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Because it's been 200 years
Wow.
that they've been under, and the surface has been
so
better.
you have like two different
earlier.
planets almost, but you're both on Earth, right?
Yeah.
So
and so
Mm.
it's
But-
different adventures happen while she's.
but again, it's very
traveling around.
interesting how even the gaming concept of this happened altogether. Like I feel Fallout's been out since our oldest was young. Like you
Yeah.
said, your son played with it, right?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
but I mean, the concept of the storylines is just so.
I think the Lego ideas they've been like Fallout at submissions because I remember seeing like that costume,
Mhm,
that blue and yellow.
Yeah, Vault
Oh,
Oh
Boy.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's right.
What
I
did-
had
what
like
did you-
the Pip Boy, the little wrist mechanism.
They're
Oh,
they're
yeah.
kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
wrist
I
guard
have
gun.
I have it
something.
upstairs. Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, you have it in Lego form or you have it like in
That's
toy
a-
form?
No, I used to play the game, so it was like a special
Okay.
edition when I think it was Fallout
It
4.
probably looks like the real thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and it had like an app called like Fallout Shelter.
Oh,
And
you
Harold
have
still
it
has
your
it on the phone.
Yeah, so I have it on my phone. Like it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
But
you
no, I
might like
forgot
it.
that-
Harold.
Yeah, the TV show came out.
You've played it.
So that's good.
It's fun.
And then I watched another thing that I ended up binging it all in one day. It's on YouTube. It's called Unlocked: The Jail Experiment. I was telling you about
Oh
this.
yeah.
What?
yeah.
And so
Unlocked.
what it is, it's I guess it's a penitentiary, and increasingly fights have been breaking out. Like what they have in this penitentiary is something called 23 and 1. So 23 hours of the day, the inmates are in their cell, and for 1 hour of
They're
each day,
released.
they're allowed to go out. And
Within
Oh,
that.
every time they go out, fights kind of break up because there's a lot of pent up anger while they're
sure.
in their cell. They can't get out. And so the sheriff has this idea: what if we
Increase
open the cells for we'll do this experiment for 6 weeks. There's no guard. The guards leave, and we'll see what happens. They'll see if like they can create their own community within
and live more harmoniously.
yeah.
But it's crazy because you're
And-
thinking these are like criminals, right?
Yeah,
like,
they're capital murder and all like they're like hard criminals. And so it's kind of like a documentary show. But yeah, I just got hooked. I was just watching episode. And so there's like 8 episodes and I ended up watching the whole thing, but
Yeah.
it's interesting. It's on Netflix. It's
There's
Unlocked.
actually like actual prisons like that too, especially like South America. Because I think I got hooked on
He was-
documentaries like that.
he got this
There's, like-
idea from other countries.
Yeah.
So he wanted
Oh,
to try it
okay.
in the United States because he
Okay.
said in other countries they do this and it works.
So in the end point, they're really trying to just create like a more harmonious, I guess, group
So
of
when
people
they
who
go
are-
back into the real world,
they're not
they just
crazy.
don't go back into jail because that's
Mm.
what's been happening most likely. Like,
Sure.
they finally get out and
Right,
then they
they're a
just
bit
go back
more-
in and it's this perpetual cycle. And so learning how to live within
the context of
Their
just
own
the people and
because he
like,
started implementing all these other things. So like
Oh, that's
all
interesting.
of a sudden freak phone calls because before they'd have to like use their commissions to pay for phone calls. So there are
Yeah.
only four phones in the whole cell. So how's everyone gonna be able to coordinate
Mhm.
these 4 phones if it's all free phone calls
For everybody.
without fights breaking out?
right.
And
Hmm.
and then there was another thing where it was like they increased the visitations like near the end. So now
Oh,
everyone
okay.
gets 2 visitations because the one-on-one with a family
Yeah.
member is also something that will help.
Mm.
So it was interesting
Interesting.
how
Mhm.
things because at the beginning it was like how all the older people were are like in their 40s were dealing with like all the 18 to 21-year-olds because it was like the young generation and the
Yeah.
old heads
Right.
and
right,
they
right.
were like how they were
warring or
clashing heads
yeah.
and how they were like they were calling pod bosses like how that was happening. So
Those dynamics.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
so it's an interesting
Interesting.
series. Yeah, but that was our week.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go into our last or second last segment?
Second last.
Our next
Which
segment, which
is?
is it's time for show and tell.
Bum, 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 bum.
I don't have any jelly cats for show and tell.
No jelly cats.
What?
This
I
week.
know.
I brought a
being
jelly
good.
cat. Just kidding.
All right, Maria, what do you have for
And
show
Nick's
and
like,
tell?
"What do you have for show and tell?" I'm like, "I swear I have something. I'll find something." So, I love to journal. I've actually I'm a hoarder of journals in general too, but mostly moleskin. And I found these ones that I had from some time ago because I was just reorganizing sort of bookshelves. I found Dobby Lego on my bookshelf. I'm like, "What's this guy doing here?"
I brought it
This
up.
is
I
where
put my
the
Dobby
the Lego is starting
set
to
into her library
enter my book area, right?
It's
And
already
I'm like, oh,
infiltrated.
more to dust
because
Thanks.
in her library we have the Harry Potter icons,
Which
and
I love,
and
yes.
the maxi
And
figures
so he thought that they match.
of
Yeah.
Harry and Hermione.
Yeah.
So Dobby fits.
And your
Yeah.
Polly Pocket books.
Right.
yeah,
Yes.
Polly Pocket.
But moleskin journals have been around for many years, and I use them to write in. But I just found that I had these special edition kinds. They're like in boxes. I haven't even opened them. I really should.
Did you forget that you had? How long have you had these?
Maybe I
I
don't
know.
know. It's terrible, and they're actually like collector's edition, like limited edition. So this is
Who's
out of
Frida?
9. Frida Kahlo is the artist. She has.
Frida.
There was actually a biop movie with Salma Hayek.
Oh, she the one with the eyebrow?
Oh,
Correct.
yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
Mexican
okay.
artist. She was
Oh,
also
okay.
in-
Uh-huh.
I didn't know
But
her
again,
last name.
You know, moleskin was so good the last few years with really having themes or collaborations. They had, like, for example, Lego at one point. So I had, or The Simpsons, or even Marvel. Like, they were going through a lot of themes.
Yeah.
And so they had a whole stream with Frida Kahlo, where I guess it's a lot of her
And you only got
famous
one?
sentence. I only have one, and this is out of limited edition of 9999. I can't remember what number this is. It's somewhere in here. But
9999.
the book cover actually has one of her sayings, her quotes. I am my own muse, which is actually in. But I have yet to open this book, and again,
Are
I
you
should
gonna
use the
open
things
it?
that I have. I don't know when they're like
Okay.
some again.
Why,
It's
is
like
there something
collectors.
special inside?
It's like collectors, right?
Collectors?
Especially when things are
Right.
numbered. It's like new in box, and it's like numbered
Only
and
open it if you need to.
yeah, I'll
Saran
open it when I
wrap.
need to. But I usually use these journals to actually write to each of my boys. So I've been
She has her
been
death,
able
death
to
journals.
able to use a theme and write in those journals to each boy. But then I also found that I have the Little Prince, so they also had like a whole stint with the Little Prince, which was fun. I do like the whole thing, and I just feel like over here in Toronto, a lot of these journals are in like our version of Barnes and Noble,
What,
like just bookstores.
$35?
And in New York, they actually have specific moleskin stores. And so I think this is where I found it when I went to New York. Yeah, limited edition. But lately, moleskin has been boring. I'm going to say it out there. Moleskin, you have been boring, which is fine because I don't need to buy any more journals. And their latest unboring thing is actually like a whole collaboration with Vincent van Gogh. So I think like the last year or
Yeah,
so
there's a lot
has
of
been like
Vincent van Gogh.
an anniversary with his museum over in Amsterdam. And so they're featuring
Don't
like
you
a
have
lot of
more than one?
I do.
Vincent
This is
van
the second one. A friend of mine just actually gifted this for me for my birthday. I didn't have this
Oh.
cover. I had one of the irises, which is the more purple, dark
Gogh? Yeah, I think
blue
that's the one I
that he
remember.
has. So this one is more of like the spring book that he has. So, but I mean, in general, Moleskine has been a lot more simpler these last few years. I don't know if they realize that maybe some of those themes didn't sell well. Like, you know, when you always think about like a company that's quite known for the quality of their product, and then they
Yeah.
venture off into like being more thematic, and then how well do those really do, or do they actually flop? But
Mhm.
for someone like me, I appreciated all the different themes that they had. They had Simpson, they had Hello Kitty, they, like I said, they had DC and Marvel, like they had a whole Looney Tunes, they had a whole wide range that really appealed to so many different interests. And now it's like absolutely nothing. Like Van Gogh was such a rarity, and I think because Wicked from the musical, the movie's coming out, they have one journal that's actually specific to Wicked.
Oh,
But in general, they're back to their regular, just, you know, simple.
do they
plain
have
covers.
Ariana Grande on the cover?
No, it's it's how Wicked looks like from the Broadway strip. But I mean, they are great paper, they are great journals, but in terms of like making them kitschy or thematic, it's less and less so. It's back to the regular black or simpler covers, and then, you know, like different kinds of papers.
They're giving you a
lined, and
break.
they are giving me
Yeah.
a break. They're saying, Maria, use all the journals that you have. Maybe open up that box.
Maybe
that
one
you
day
have.
Lego's gonna give us a break and not have cool sets.
Imagine. That's just
Actually, they did give us a
heresy.
break when they put out like the Hulkbuster. They put out
But maybe
Oh,
a break
yeah.
for you, but not a break for those who love the
what was it,
Hulkbuster.
the big Hogwarts Express. People weren't
Mhm.
buying those. They were on deep discount.
Hmm.
Black Panther deep
No.
discount. It was like that one year where they gave us a break.
Did
and
we
then
save any money in that year?
the following
Yeah,
year
no.
we
Just look in the other room.
well,
Yeah, exactly. That's all I have.
Harold. Oh, not Harold. Harold's second. I'm trying to get
Like we're
Larry.
out of order.
There.
Well, I can switch my camera here real quick. It's going to go dark, and then it's going to flip over to the other one.
Whoa.
Oh.
So-
It didn't go dark. It just flipped over to the.
It just
other
flipped
one.
over. Oh, cool. So this is the mock I'm currently working on for this Castle collaboration. This is like I said, one of 10 different
Wow.
stories.
Stories, yeah.
So this is like, that's where the public will be able to look into
That's
Oh,
cool.
nice.
each floor. So like, there'll be another floor here, which is like
Mhm.
the king's bedrooms, and then like more bedrooms like royalty, but smaller bedrooms. This is gonna be like one big, huge, king's master suite.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But this is kind of a new building style for me. Again, using those Jordan's corners.
Jordan's
Yeah.
Corners.
I don't think he's still here, but so they just slide in.
Yeah, it is
And they're
sliding.
locked down. They don't.
Oh.
I mean, I'm using these little.
Do you know these corner?
A-shaped?
Harold, do you know these corners?
Of
Oh, he's gone.
course.
Of course. So if you take one apart,
Oh, wow.
this is why
Oh,
they're
look at
so
that.
unique. I mean, they're back to back. You know, you put them together
Oh.
so that you can
And
get.
they snap on.
They snap together because you've got
Yes.
these cool little pieces, which what a great use for those. But it allows you to
And it's a
get
solid foundation.
the rows of those double cheese wedges, so you can fill
line
in, that corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a large hexagonal shape.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the trick about this is that with using these I just call them A-frame pieces. I don't know what their official name is, but when you're using those, they don't work well with Lego math.
No, they don't.
You can't span, like if you made them into a circle, a hexagon, you can't span from one to the other side.
Nope.
It's actually off just ever so slightly, which is why the floors in this build are floating. They're not actually secured. So, like,
I see.
here's an
They're
example.
not clipped in.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can tilt this the right
I know it was like really hard for me to try to create floors with
Let's see.
A-frames.
Okay,
But it
so if you
looks
can,
so cool.
see the brown beam,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
like it's biting.
It's hovering. Yeah.
It's like
not.
it's biting the plate, and that's the only way to do it. So this is it. Like I said, it's been a lot of experimentation to figure out how to get it so it's solid and locking the pieces in. These actually, when they slide down, that bottom piece will actually fit right between two studs that are
Connect, like snap
right
in.
at the very, very bottom down there.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They're
cool.
hiding in there. But yeah, they
Yeah,
just will click in there, and then because I'm doing these 3 high. The tutorial for the Jordan's Corners I found online just had like a 1-story version.
Yeah.
So I'm doing mine 3 stories high. So there's a little bit of modification on that.
These are Larry's corners now.
They're Larry's Corners.
I like the color transitions you have with the tan
yeah.
and the.
Do you mean like on the outside?
On the outside.
Yeah, that's cool.
Differentiates.
Yeah, we were talking about, do we want to have the castle be completely like really pristine and perfect?
Yeah.
Or
Or
want to
weathered.
have a little color variation?
This gives it so much dimension. Absolutely. So much more character. Like,
and then
that's such a great floor.
Yeah, the floor's nice.
I know, I like the floor.
My.
So these are clipping these, on. So
cool, because it pops out. Nice.
Wow.
I know. I kind of want to order some 1x2 ingots.
Wow.
Better idea of that staircase.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the staircase. I didn't even notice the staircase. It's nice.
And then over in that corner, there's a
the fireplace.
Oh, it's a snot brick built.
It's a forge, because if if it's an armory, then you're gonna have to repair some weapons and stuff. So this will be lit, so that will be a hot fire in there.
Yeah.
And so for the tile, I'm kind of doing like a kind of a herringbone pattern.
Yeah. No, that looks great.
I haven't done the whole thing yet because there's lots of like weapons racks and those kind of things that need to go in, and I don't know where they're gonna stud down. So I was just kind of playing with the pattern at first, and so
Harold's getting all these new ideas now for 2025.
and if you haven't yet gotten that set,
I haven't yet.
It is such a fun build. I learned so many neat techniques. I think my favorite, if this will stretch, maybe.
Which building?
That's about as close as I can get it. This one here, the thatched roof over the curved window.
Okay.
Was such a neat technique to get that on.
Because it looks like straw.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's actually on they're like pins to get it to
curve.
Make that angle.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's 2 different types of thatching technique for the different styles of roof, because these are kind of like not as heavily thatched as these other ones are. But
Mhm.
no, it was
Nice.
yeah, like I said, it was a really
Very
fun
nice.
build. And oh, the other thing that's really cool is the that's not a good way to a good example. This is this paneling pattern
Okay.
is all snot. It's all bricks going sideways to
Yes.
make that look, to get those different
Yeah.
colors. This one this has the same pattern, but the colors are so close together. It's dark tan and sand or olive green, and they're just so
Okay.
close.
Oh,
It
nice.
almost looks like one color.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But then if you look at the
Do you
red
know-
and black one,
Oh, my question was, I was wondering what
Yeah.
that red room was. What's that
it's
supposed
just
to
it's
signify?
a
Guardhouse?
Like it's
no,
like a
it's
bedroom,
separate.
but it's just
Oh.
It's
red.
just a bedroom.
I don't know if that's the master bedroom. That's just red because it's the master bedroom.
It's red. It's the red
It's
room.
just a bedroom.
The red room?
The red room of
There, it's just the red
Oh,
room.
Yeah. But I
It's a
do
red
feel
bedroom.
like
But then
You
Like a
know,
big sword.
like
Yeah.
again, if it's going to be maybe like a richer sort of like family, like they really use a
If-
lot of colors in the medieval times to show
Mhm.
their wealth, right? So that could be it
Because
too.
it's just the inn, right? But it's
but it could be like the king's
well,
chamber
yeah,
for
because
this inn.
this is an artist's room. It's a painter down there.
mhm.
Then you have just a bedroom above it
With a sword.
Mhm.
that opens up into this little castle tower.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird.
I like how they
um,
had the painter. They had an empty shield,
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
and so it
as
looks
if it's
like
coloring.
yeah,
It's like coloring
that
it
you're actually painting the shield.
for sure.
Yeah. And then this room is like it's got a chessboard set up, and this is a really cool little mini build for the keg.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the keg of beer.
That looks cool.
Above that is a nice kitchen with a lot of little neat, food areas. And
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's pretty fun.
I know it's the next level. When
Does your
it's super
camera
detailed.
does your camera flip so we can see the shelving in front of you, or you can't go that way?
Go on a tour. Ready?
Room tour.
So
Oh, okay.
Oh, very cool.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I like that. So
Oh,
is that a mosaic? The Darth
Darth
Vader?
Vader. That's cool.
that's actually a painting. My niece.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was
Oh,
Lego.
nice.
Nope, but
That's
it's
cool.
actually not Lego. So that's kind of where I have all my D&D stuff. Then we kind of go over here. There's wall of Lego,
Dang.
all the Lego,
Nice.
all the Lego.
So it's neat, like looking at everyone's like sorting. Jeez.
Yes.
So
And you still don't have enough bricks, right? Like
still don't have enough bricks.
Never.
Oh my gosh.
Let's switch that
That's
back.
awesome.
Nice. Harold, what do you got there?
Oh,
Oh, here are my Jordan corners.
what?
Oh, this is the unfinished side.
Nice.
Yeah, it was funny
Very
because
nice.
like I followed Jordan before even meeting him in person. I was like, oh man, I love your A-frames. And we'll talk
There
about
it
mine.
is. There it is.
Yeah.
Nice.
The one piece I thought was useless, but they work really well. So I made mine like pretty sturdy.
Pretty sturdy until
Nice.
it breaks
Yeah,
on
until you
camera.
break, then
Yeah.
Well, the first one, yeah, this thing was fragile. Like the walls would just crumble in. Just how high I built it.
How did you reinforce it then?
Oh, I just like added more brick, more plate.
Okay.
And like what Larry said, it's like this isn't even connected to the tower. It's floating.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The only thing that's holding it are I just added these like
Oh wow.
struts. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it doesn't like fall
Those
out.
are great
That-
windows.
Oh, thank you.
It-
It was,
yeah, the
like,
windows
right out
kind of
there.
remind me of from the Lions Knight's castle. They have the skinny
Mhm.
windows, kind of like that too.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
build
those,
mine
those
because
Archer windows.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Archer
Richard's
holes.
windows. Yeah.
Cody's
it
in the
had a
chat.
pretty cool design.
Oh,
Where is he?
hey, that is a sexy
Yay.
castle.
Hey. But I got a brick tactical order in today.
Oh, the one you were talking about last week.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
so here's my it's not a jelly cat, but this is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Sure.
I bought this when
Oh, yeah.
it was still Nickelodeon. So this is Appa.
Yeah, Appa. Very cool.
But Protactical had a release of the. Obviously, you
Oh,
can't name
nice.
it.
Oh.
Yeah, see, it's like the Water Warrior, which
Yep.
is Soka. I keep.
Soka.
Yeah. So here's the minifig.
Oh, nice.
Actually, like really nice. 360 printing all around.
Nice.
I got Zuko.
Zuko Fire Leader.
Hey.
It's Fire Leader.
Let's see his
What-
face, his red eye.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That
oh,
looks-
nice.
that looks
That's
very
actually,
it's like really nice.
that's very nice.
Yeah. So Fortnite actually has an avatar event right now too. Yeah. Which I started playing a little earlier today. So here's
Sorry.
Aang.
Aang, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Very happy.
So I have the official Lego release too upstairs. Forgot to break them down.
Oh,
Yeah. Which I'm not gonna open up because I forgot how much he's worth now. But I think it's almost as much as these custom ones too. And here's Katara.
oh, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so the original Katara, she has a darker costume than everyone else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I like how Peyton made the like siblings like pretty much match together.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Shy.
That is nice.
Nice.
Oh, hey, Shai.
Hey, what's up, Shy?
Well, Shy, what's up? But yeah, I think for Soka, I'm gonna change his hair to brown because it's not black. And then I also got my Mimic, my $100 Mimic.
Hey, it
Yay!
came.
Oh, cool.
That's not crushed. I was getting worried because a lot of like my friends,
Saying
their
it's crushed.
boxes got crushed.
Oh,
I was
man.
like, dang. Yeah.
So are you gonna open that, or are you gonna keep it since it might go up even more?
I don't think it's gonna go up even more. It's kind of like what Larry says. Like, I think this is at its peak.
It's normalized in terms of.
Yeah,
$100 though.
Mm.
I know it's
Very cool.
wild.
Is it your turn, Nick?
Oh, is it my turn?
Maybe.
Is it
Hold on,
your
Nick.
turn?
Oh, no. Nick's not ready for his turn. I just don't understand
What?
this.
I had it. All of a sudden, it.
It's gone again.
Yeah, but check your Walmarts. I don't usually broadcast this, but I got this for
Oh.
$9.
Cool.
Yeah,
$9.
$9 for what? How much was this? $30?
Oh, good deal.
All right.
Good deal.
So since
steal.
since we are talking about like Dungeons and Dragons, I'm gonna show where I put my Dungeons and Dragons set.
Oh,
Oh, now
I
we're
don't know how
going
he
in the back
squeezed
room.
it.
We'll see. Does
This
my
is-
microphone work?
Nah, no.
It doesn't work.
Sort of, yeah. I guess we'll just narrate. So this is the
Yeah.
back room.
Yeah.
So it's up there.
You can see the red dragon.
Oh, yeah.
all the way in the corner.
So he was able to find a slot somewhere for
Yeah.
the set. Oh, thanks, Cody.
Oh, the Lionside Castle. What? I gotta open the.
There it is. Yeah.
Oh, nice. You need
This is
more
all the medieval city.
Lion Knights.
Very cool.
Wait. Oh, you put the goats. Look, if you can see, like he has all the goats.
Oh, yeah.
I thought the horns are inverted.
Hmm. It's a
Yeah.
specific kind of goat.
So
Do you have the medieval town square? No, that's the old one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up there.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you had the medieval square.
I don't know why his mic's not working. How it worked like last week really well for the first time
Yeah.
ever. Yeah. You have to come out now.
The new Tower of Orthanc that's coming out.
What? Tower of Orthanc?
The new.
Oh no, Barad-dûr.
Baradur.
So I was thinking about.
Barad-dûr.
We have to do some dusting.
Oh,
Mm.
for the two towers. Nice.
Get rid of the green one.
Yeah. You see those raptors on the top of your ceiling? You could put the Millennium Falcon.
Yes, you have a lot of good ideas. Thanks, Harold.
Just hang it from the ceiling with some fishing wire. It'll be fine.
But,
It'll be
so
all right.
this- So the set that I built this week is
Smaller, simpler.
the
Ewing.
Shin
New Republic.
Oh, nice.
E-Wing.
the
Nice.
E-Wing and the Shin Hati set.
Shin Hati Starfighter.
So
I just need
it's
the
pretty
minifigs
cool.
out of that one.
yeah, the minifigs are. I got it mostly for the minifigs, but after
Yeah.
building it,
Yeah.
I might keep the ships because I was
What?
gonna just part out the ships.
Do
But
you have space for ships?
I'll look for it.
Uh-oh, he's gonna hang. He's gonna start hanging.
I like the
So
E-wing.
E-Wing, I guess it's an E
Mhm.
because it looks like an E. Is that
Oh,
why it's
I
an
don't
E?
know.
I don't know.
Is
I
that
think
an
they're
E?
just like going off alphabetical order. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the X-wing looks like an X,
Mm-hmm.
and the A-wing kind of looks like an A.
Kind of.
Okay, what about the B-wing?
The B-wing
does
looks like a
not look
P.
Yeah.
It looks like a P, I guess.
Oh, so it's a accent.
Or maybe it's a lowercase b. But this ship also kind of reminds me of, you remember the Toy Story, the Buzz Lightyear
Yeah.
ship?
What?
The
It
Buzz,
does.
you know the Buzz Lightyear
Really?
one?
But does the end thing flap, or is that side
Oh,
like just
the
dipping
new
down?
Buzz Lightyear set.
Is the left side dipping down?
This one.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know
I
that
don't-
it that reminds me of
Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica. It looks like a viper.
Yeah, it does.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna kind of re-image mine.
And then this one reminds me of like the Anakin Skywalker
Pod.
sets.
Yeah,
Like the,
Oh
the
yeah,
yellow
the
ones.
pod racer.
The pod racer.
Yeah.
I
Not the
didn't
pod
build mine.
racer.
I put
The
mine out.
Oh, the Naboo
And
Star.
then-
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
that
the
was
Starfighter, like the yellow Starfighter.
Are you swishing it?
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't have it.
Oh, you don't have it.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, what about the U-wing?
Oh, the ugly wing?
It's not ugly.
Remember we used to call it U-wing?
Yeah, yeah,
The
the
ugly
ugly wing. Yeah.
And then so the minifigures, we have the IKEA droid.
The IKEA droid. That's hilarious.
And then I put my lightsabers like this because Harold puts his swords like this.
Oh,
so I was like,
that's a
I'm
style?
gonna put my
Hmm.
Yeah.
swords.
I
I'm
guess
gonna
I
copy
could carry
Harold.
mine like that too.
You put your swords like this, right, Harold?
Yeah, for my knights.
Hmm.
I also copied Harold. I'm going back and
For
forth.
what?
I know, and we can't hear you when you're in there.
We're narrating from.
We're just gonna look for his
Trolls.
swords.
Oh.
His knight swords. Got it. Wow, he went and reformed them or
Oh,
reformed.
I forgot how many you have of those. Oh my gosh.
Were they CMFs?
Yeah, there is CMF. Your plumes are, I guess it's windy.
Windy.
Oh, the plumes aren't supposed to go to the side. It's supposed to go
You're-
back.
I
Oh,
mean,
okay, I'll
if the
fix
wind
that.
is blowing in the back, that's fine.
Yeah.
I just put them all in the same direction. And then we have Morgan Elsbeth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Great character.
Is it supposed to be Elizabeth, but she just wanted to say Elsbeth?
No, it's like there's a show called Elspeth right now. It's just a different way to say it and spell it.
Hmm.
Elspeth. It's like,
Elsbeth. And then we have Balin Scroll.
hmm,
Does Balin
Yeah.
have the blaster?
I don't know if that's canon.
he just doesn't want to lose all of his little props.
But there was another blaster. I was like, whose blaster does this belong to? Because it doesn't belong to this guy. He has the black blaster.
Oh, dang.
Does Elspeth have a blaster?
I don't remember.
Maybe. She has a
But in the
sword.
box here, nobody has a blaster.
A great blaster? Maybe the
But it-
IKEA droid has the blaster.
It came.
Yeah.
It-
How?
It was still like,
Maybe it's just an extra blaster.
but I think it was in the bag that he came in though.
Hmm.
And then we have Shin Hati,
Yeah.
Shinhati.
Mhm.
who was the. Did you watch? What show was this?
Ahsoka?
from?
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. You watched them, both of you, right? Ahsoka.
I did,
Yeah.
yeah.
What'd you think of it?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I think the quality of the Star Wars shows seems to be going down a little bit, but
yeah.
I did like it better than Boba Fett,
Yeah.
and I especially like Balin Skull's character. It's
That-
really sad.
yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
he was one of my
Stevenson
favorites.
passed
He
away.
was great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
I don't know what they're gonna do going forward with that character, but
I know.
Aren't they supposed to have a movie coming out that's supposed to combine all these television
I don't
shows?
know.
Oh.
Everything's like kind of up in the air right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially
Very
with
cool.
like all the stuff that's going on with Lucasfilms.
But yeah, that's my show and tell.
Blinding.
Hayden still hasn't finished this
Oh.
Sonic set, so I can't show it.
I know. I kept seeing that, and I'm like,
He
I don't remember
has
him
two,
showing that.
he has like 2 more bags. Oh, Cody.
Yeah, I showed already.
Did you show that?
He wants me
Thanks,
to
Cody.
open the mimic.
But you didn't play that.
Oh, because you were in there, and then
You
like
don't know that button?
I do.
You don't
Oh
know
wait,
the...
do I have that button? No, I don't.
No, you don't. All
Fine,
right.
thanks.
Last bit.
Which is
Oh,
whoa,
that's
this
not
is
the
new.
button.
That's different.
That was the wrong
paneling.
button.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
Um,
know if I do my hair for that one.
Hold on. The last segment, which is it's time for news you can use. News that you can use. Thanks to Alan the Brickman.
I watch him every week do this. I feel like I could have done this faster, but then I forget how he does it.
Well, you think you could do it faster than me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe not.
Oh, nice. Empire Strips Backs again.
We keep getting this ad, Larry, about the Empire Strips
It's
Back,
telling us something.
but I never
Oh,
click
yeah.
it. I don't know why it's always showing up. I don't click it. All right, news that you can use thanks to Alan the Brickman.
But now it's a Jurassic World.
Jurassic World Toronto.
Yeah.
Dates extended.
10 minutes away.
What do we have? Lego Ninjago, Nia and Aaron's Baby Dragon Battle,
Where's
Amazon
the baby
sale.
dragon?
You have this, Harold?
I
You're into the
do.
Ninjago. Oh, you do have this. Did you get it on
Yeah.
sale?
Oh, look at that baby dragon.
No, it was a gift. That's how my Target
The
right now.
baby
or not
Ryu.
Target. Yeah. $17
The
at
Imperium
Walmart.
Claw General.
Hmm.
This could make a good D&D villain.
Dude, when I look at all the Ninjago sets nowadays, I'm
Yeah.
looking for parts for D&D. It's
Yeah.
like that baby dragon. It's like, I need that baby dragon. For D&D.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Even
cute.
this
Well,
could
and
be
I bought
something.
those 3 the dragon what were they, like dragon shooters.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Whatever they're called,
They're-
I forget.
know
But I
what
got
they're
them
called either, but-
because I needed the dragon parts. Did not
Mm.
realize that the bottom jaw is that one clunky piece that
Yeah.
makes up, well,
The
Oh.
launcher.
the launcher, yeah. And so I'm like, oh crap. But it's got all those great wings in there, so
Mm-hmm.
Huh. What else did they have here? Lego Group announced as Rep Tracks 100 2024 most reputable company.
Okay. Second year in a row.
Hmm.
Reputable company. Well, we do trust it. In Lego, we trust.
501st
Oh, it's
Clone
on sale
Trooper Battle
again?
Pack on sale.
Oh,
This set's been around for a while now.
how much?
For how
And on
much?
sale.
Saves you $4, 20% off. It doesn't say.
So
Hocus
15
Pocus
bucks.
is on sale.
Oh,
This
is
is
it?
nice. This is a nice set.
Yeah, this is a nice set.
It can
I
go
don't buy
along
it.
with like the medieval
Of course.
Mhm.
tavern,
Look, yeah.
like with
it's
the whole
definitely
strips.
very medievally looking.
It has a windmill in the side there.
Yeah.
Broken casters.
So the Despicable Me
Oh,
banana
yeah,
car.
yeah.
Oh,
Neat
they had to remove the image
banana.
now.
Oh.
I saw the image. It
Oh.
looks like a
Oh,
banana
wow.
car.
$24?
Universal didn't request it from me, but I decided to take it down.
Oh, okay.
Commander Cody.
Oh.
Oh,
Brickhead.
Cody.
Oh, interesting.
Speaking of Cody. Do they have a Rex Brickhead? I don't know if they do.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, this is
I'll probably
25th
buy that for
anniversary.
Christine.
Oh, she likes
Brickheads? I do like
Yeah.
oh, these are like the
Mask.
Stormtrooper exhaust.
Over there.
They just use the
Filters?
the studs. Yeah. Oh, so 2 more Star Wars sets revealed. So I guess for the
May.
so they have
that's
the
cool.
Pod Racer diorama.
Yeah. I like these
Oh,
dioramas.
that's actually kind of cool.
They're very
Hmm.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still need to get the other.
Are these
3?
the minifigures? These little pieces
Yeah.
here are supposed to be
Yep.
their heads.
Yeah.
Zabalba.
This is Zabalba.
Yeah.
And that's is that Anakin?
Go.
Now
Yeah.
this is pod racing.
Yeah.
What is the quote? Remember, concentrate on the moment. Feel, don't think.
Use your instinct.
They should have added
Yeah.
yippee.
I know they should have just put Yippee.
Yeah.
I don't remember Qui-Gon saying that.
Remember, concentrate. Nice.
No minifigure. Oh, because it's micro.
Yeah, micro.
Yeah, it's micro. I don't have the other diorama
3?
sets though.
Oh, you don't have any of them?
I do like.
I
them.
don't actually. Yeah, I don't have any of
Oh.
them.
Did you ever get any of the diorama sets, Larry?
I didn't.
Star Wars? No.
No, I got the one with the I don't know. It wasn't a diorama set, but it was kind of like a diorama set. It was the Dark Trooper with Luke Skywalker.
Oh, yeah.
Dark
Yeah,
Troopers, yeah. Because it was on sale at Costco. So
Yes.
Nice.
When it gets even more on sale in Costco, it's like
gotta
Here's the-
love,
You
gotta
can't
love
pass it up.
Lego at Costco, man.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Here's the Droideka.
Okay.
So you can either have it as the ball.
Reminds me of
Oh, nice.
Alien, like the
Or is
alien from the Alien with Sigourney Weaver, right?
Mhm.
Something about it. Maybe the spine look.
Yeah, it's okay.
Mm,
I don't know if I'll get the Droideka one though.
Do they have
Yeah, I
a
don't
price
think I'll
point
get
on that?
one.
Price?
Maybe above when.
$1
Probably.
billion.
No, just the piece count.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
prices aren't out yet. What else do we have?
Amazon deal April 2024 vehicles pack. Oh. Yeah, I feel like this is like
What
vintage.
the?
They can get so many different kinds of builds
Yeah.
plus Technic.
You never see Technic mixed in with.
Now it is
Regular.
because it's like there's Cody in kindergarten. It's part of the curriculum. So it's actually there right away in the
Like
basic
Cody?
box. Yeah.
So this is the
Fruit
new
store,
gift with purchase.
gift with purchase.
So they had a
So
flower
cute.
store earlier, and so now this is the fruit store. So I guess they can like combine, make like a storefront kind of thing. So
Yeah, I
this
kinda
is 337
stopped,
pieces.
Trying to
Sorry?
get all of them. I stopped trying to get like all of those now.
Mm.
You got the Houses of the World last year.
So
I
you
think I
have to-
ended at the second one. I was like,
Mm,
Oh,
the price.
You didn't
point's
get the
too high
Asian
now.
one.
yeah,
You didn't get the
Well,
I
Asian
didn't
one.
get
The
it.
Asian
This is
one
a-
was number 4.
Yeah.
$200 purchase to get this.
I might
Yeah, no
get this
thanks.
with the Batman
Maybe.
when this is
Ooh.
available. I'll get the Batman, like the mosaic.
Yep.
Is this a sticker? Fruit?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
a
a
sticker.
sticker. Oh, they're all
nice
stickers.
and colorful.
Dream set
Oh.
revealed.
A dinosaur dreams.
Oh.
T-Rex.
Cool.
Oh. I really
that-
still want to get these little creatures like this one.
It's a
Yeah,
different
me
creature.
too.
Yeah, it's like a 4-legged. I don't know, little creature there.
These minifigures are.
It's like a cat.
They're like Rockstar
Oh, those are-
Valkyries.
oh, what the black
Look
and
Look at that
That is a
one-sided,
cool bird.
one-sided hair.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
That's a
D&D
cool bird.
bird.
Yeah,
Larry's
looking at-
absolutely.
I am.
D&D.
Oh yeah.
Cooper's robot.
You know, I love
T-Rex.
I love that with almost every dream set, you've got a new color of some part.
Mm,
What's this one?
the Never Witches.
Midnight
Never Witches.
Raven.
Midnight Raven.
Ooh. Oh,
Oh, that's so
snap.
cool. It's very like anime. Like what's that called? There's there was like a house on something. I can't think of the.
Like a house on
Oh,
a.
It's like
yeah,
on my
it's,
brain.
it's the one with the
It's like
bird
a,
legs.
Yes, yeah.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Oh, this
It's
looks
Mama
cool.
Ya. It's like Mama Ya or something. It's the Russian
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga?
Baba Yaga.
Yeah, but this
Yeah,
is a
where's
very
John
cool
Wick?
build. I have to say.
Oh, there's your bird again. Is that the same
Oh.
bird?
Is
This
it like
bird
It
one
is.
I think
piece?
so.
Is it like
I
one
think
Oh,
so.
it
unit?
is the same bird.
Yeah. Is it one unit? Yeah, maybe. That's a cool build. I like that. If I didn't have so much Lego in my bookshelves, I feel like this could be bookshelf worthy.
We were saying all this about
Besides a girl.
like wave one
Look-
of
look at
dreams,
that.
but
Yeah.
we never bought any wave one. We were like, oh, this is cool. This
No.
is cool.
I think about
And then
Oh.
now dreams is on deep discount.
Oh,
Oh, here's a better picture.
that's fun. Fun
What's in these jars?
spells, concoctions.
Would this be D&D ish or
Yeah.
Sure, it's like
Yeah.
runes that you could.
Yeah,
put in.
runes.
Yeah. Even like all the
Oh, it's trans pink wings.
that's cool.
Yeah, Cody says Dream's doing crazy stuff now.
Yeah. Looks like Maleficent over here on the left. Kind of reminds me.
And this looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
Professor X, but
I kind of want to watch the
Mr.
series.
Professor.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. Actually.
this is probably season
I haven't
2.
either.
Yeah.
Season 2.
I'm guessing. Oh, look at that. We have a
Blob, the Knight battle mech.
It's a Gundam.
It's such a different color. Like what's it called choice. You know, like the other two are like quite dramatically. This one's like very.
Is this a
very
nin-
pop?
a ninja face? It is, right?
It looks like it.
It almost looks
His
like an
eyes.
Ninjago. like,
Feature, yeah.
Ninjago.
yeah. That's the interesting part. Oh, look, the bird again.
Hmm.
Oh, every set they have the bird. Oh, and these guys
Oh yeah, those.
Oh
with the
yeah.
heads,
I like those.
Oh yeah, I love those things.
the big heads. Oh, here's a better
Mm.
picture. I first thought these were the eyes, and then I saw the eyes up here. I'm like, okay,
More filter breathing.
because I thought these were
That
the
is-
eyes and this was the mouth.
I like how they did the chess piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a car, like like a transformer.
Or
How
a
the
helmet.
how the
Mm.
front of Optimus is his.
Oh yeah.
Chest?
Totally like
Yeah.
which Jazz. He was like
Yeah.
the portion.
Oh,
Smooth.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
the original Transformer toy was like that, where his chest was the front of the car.
Oh, cool.
yes. This
Oh,
guy.
cool.
What else do we have?
Lego
Ha-
Halloween.
game book.
We're in August, guys.
Oh,
Okay, so it's a build.
it's like
so it's-
dots. Or not
um,
dots, the sketchers.
yeah.
Sketches. Oh, this is like a D&D-ish. A board
or
game.
Is it like a cemetery? Interesting.
Yeah.
Golf.
Trick
Well-
or treat.
I guess after Easter, what do we like to look forward to? Halloween.
AT on
That's
sale.
still here?
29% off retail.
Why? What years was this? 2020 or 2021?
Last year?
Oh, was this
no,
last
wait.
year? For the 40th anniversary of Empire.
Oh.
Empire was what, 81? So this was 2021?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. 170 now. City Space Explorers pack revealed.
Oh, 3
I
in
haven't seen
1.
that.
3
yet.
in 1.
This looks like a Costco thing.
I
3
think
in 1.
so.
Yeah.
It's gonna be at Walmart.
Space retails for $34.
Oh, May 1. I have all those sets except for the poly bag.
You get 3 minifigures
Yeah.
in
How
this
much
one.
is all
Like
those?
34.
3 different colored.
34.
31.
No, 31.
31.
I priced the poly bag at $5, which brings us. Okay.
Huh.
Oh yeah, this coming soon.
No, this is out already.
out,
This
yes.
is the old one. The space
I
one.
know,
is
I
coming
have-
soon.
30 goats, 35 bat lords.
Oh, this is again the
The update on current Lego
Oh.
ideas.
Forgot
So
those.
it says
Is that
D&D
the
just
Twilight
came
House?
out.
yeah, this
Yeah,
Twilight
the
House.
Twilight. So Twilight's still coming. Nightmare.
This is always so cool, but it's also cool because of this background that they have, right? Like
Yeah.
I want this
Mm.
moon with
Mhm.
this back as a backdrop.
Oh,
for-
yeah.
I just want the moon.
For
Yeah.
this set. Otherwise, if you think about it, you're just like.
Do you think it's actually going to be this big? Because look how small the minifigures are.
Well.
I mean
yeah.
it looks very flat though. I mean, it looks like it's just.
Yeah,
I
it does
think
look
so,
flat.
Yes,
It does.
Yes. There's not much of a foundation to it.
So this is coming. We don't know
Okay.
yet when.
Just
Jaws.
Jaws.
Jaws
Oh
is
yeah,
still
I
going to
forgot that's
come.
coming too.
We're still getting the cat.
Oh yeah, this is the cat. Mhm.
We're getting reading.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
This
Read
is
that.
probably going to be a gift with purchase. They're
It
going to
is
be a gift
small,
with purchase. Disney Magic is still coming
Oh, I can't believe that. Okay.
with
Disney
Belle.
Magic.
I don't think we've gotten a Belle yet
Oh, I
You
thought.
haven't.
Oh, okay.
for minifigure.
And the colored
Twilight,
house, yeah.
Botanical
I like.
Gardens.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But then we just get the Friends one.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that to go on sale.
I feel like you can actually put plants inside this and have it like as a terrarium, the actual plants.
Knowledge
yeah.
is power.
Oh, there's so many. I forgot about
Again,
this
this
one.
looks like a gift with purchase.
Yeah, there's so many. I forgot
There's so
some of them
many.
already.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember this one.
Micro Rail Command
That was
Center.
from last month.
This was just accepted last month.
Yeah.
Again, this looks like a gift with purchase.
So much potential. Moon car.
Oh, that
Vehicle
one?
moon car.
Oh, nice.
Jetson.
That looks like
Yeah,
one of
it's
those,
the
those
Jetsons.
speeders from Solo.
Oh, Solo.
Oh, yeah.
Where the dogs at? They're in Corellia right now.
Yeah.
I like the floor.
Yeah,
Stop
look at
build.
the craters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop build.
ATAT or ATTE.
Could have got it
And-
for $84.
Reptiles has been accepted.
Mm.
This like the insects, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
This chameleon.
They use the Scooby Doo
Yeah.
piece
That's
for the
cool.
eye.
That's cool.
It's a good part usage.
Yeah. I like how they did the back here.
Mhm.
Oh, and then the sold out.
Resell or keep.
This?
The
See, look,
mimic dice
135. but brings it to-
Wow.
Oh,
brings it to
wow.
100.
That's crazy.
Jeez.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
But I think you could still get it in the stores. Well,
Oh, mine's
I don't
sold
know.
out here
I
in
don't know
Virginia.
now. In the stores too.
Mm.
Yeah, Virginia
And I
Beach.
think we saw this
We
already.
did see this.
All right.
Very good.
Cool.
Things to look forward to. It
Cool.
doesn't look like a big spending May month.
Larry, what are you up to this weekend?
Oh, it's going to be gorgeous this weekend, so it's probably yard work.
Yeah.
Although we do
Yeah.
have to. So last couple of weekends we were doing I do a lot of DIY stuff too,
Okay.
and we had put up like that vinyl plank flooring, like Pergo flooring.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, that's clicked
Yeah.
together. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
we put those on the wall of our bedroom.
Oh,
Oh, that's
So
cool.
Interesting.
It's
Huh.
like a gray weathered wood look
yeah.
now to the accent wall in our bedroom.
What was it before? Like
Just
a
paint.
wall. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just
Okay.
a painted
Oh,
wall.
very cool.
Yeah, and it was a real pain in the butt. It's it's meant to be assembled on the floor, so when you're assembling it on the
Yeah.
wall,
It's not like
not the
clicking.
same. Not the same.
I can't imagine.
How does it stay? What do you put
Well,
behind it?
you glue it. You use
Okay.
silicone adhesive, and then you run. I was doing like just little brad nails along the lip of it because there's just a very small lip where they click together that you can
Yeah.
actually like put a nail through.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's the
And
way.
this
you
how
do
it
it.
holds it together.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it
cool.
just kind of keeps it as the glue cures. It'll keep
Mhm.
it up there, and we did it kind of in stages so that we could let a couple of rows dry instead
then
of
go-
putting the
Okay.
whole thing up at once.
And it might contract, right?
It might,
Yeah.
but now we've got to go and fill all the nail holes and do the caulking
okay.
around the trim and everything, and then we can put our bed back where it belongs.
Wow.
'Cause
This sounds
we had
like
to
quite the project.
Yeah.
Did you see this in like some sort of like magazine or like
Yeah,
home design show?
my wife found it. My wife found it. That's where all the projects come from.
I see.
Have you done other rooms in your house?
Yeah.
Creative things like this?
Yeah. I've finished a basement or half of one.
Lego
That's probably-
basement.
That was my biggest project. I mean, because
Oh, cool.
it was nothing. There was no
Mhm,
walls, no
mhm.
nothing. So I had to do
What's in the
everything.
basement
Oh,
now?
wow.
Just couch, TV.
Living space.
And so the basement that I finished was in another townhome that we lived in.
Mm.
Oh,
Years ago.
Oh, okay.
Not this one. This is actually my parents' house. My
Oh, okay.
my parent. I bought this house for my parents 10 years ago.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't grow up in this house because they
Mhm,
moved
mhm.
into this house like
Oh, gotcha.
first or second year I was in the Navy.
Okay.
But
Oh.
I mean, I was very familiar with the house. Obviously,
Yes.
You would
come
visit
here
and
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
But they were ready to downsize, and we needed to upsize, and
Right. It works well.
but it needed a lot of work, and so
Mhm.
my dad gave me a hell of a good price on it. But there's
You can't pass it up.
lots of projects
Yeah.
How old is the house?
to do. It was built in the mid '60s.
Okay, so it
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
Because I remember you saying the trees there are around like the
Yeah.
60, 70-year-old trees.
Mm.
Very cool. But that's the thing. It's like those are the houses that are like made well, right? Like I feel like a lot of the houses they're putting up right now, it's thinner. I don't know the word
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, it's pretty well constructed. Unfortunately, our area, there are soil issues in our area. So
Oh.
Yeah.
Just like
They're-
soft or like it's not.
it shifts and it expands with the water when it gets when the
Okay.
the water seeps in.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
different times of the year, there's actually some shifting to our house. It's not cool.
Oh, yikes.
What's the main water source? Like water
In
river
Denver?
in Denver? Water lake?
There isn't. I mean, we've got
okay.
a few reservoirs and larger lakes, but not a lot of water. I mean, it's all
Mountains.
snow melt.
Snow melt.
Yeah.
Because that's
You-
interesting when you say like the water table, right? And how it would
Mhm.
shift and like,
You've always lived in Denver?
Born and raised.
Oh.
Why-
Yep.
There's
Well,
there's no Denver accent. I don't hear anything.
No,
It just sounds American.
regular old
American,
American
yes,
English.
America.
American English.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
How
I'm
about you, Harold?
I'm actually a fourth generation Colorado native.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Through and through.
My great grandfather had moved to a mountain town, and so my great grandfather, my grandmother, my mother, and myself, and now my kids are fifth generation
Yes.
natives.
Nice.
Your
Which is-
ancestors from Europe? Or
Yeah,
Come
a
from
lot of
East,
Irish,
Definitely Irish, yeah.
Irish?
Yep,
a
yep.
lot of English, Irish,
And then
some
moved
French.
to the Midwest.
Okay.
hmm
Very cool.
How about you, Harold? What are you up to this weekend?
Gonna finish sorting. Yeah.
Did you say finish sorting? Is that a thing?
Yeah,
I know.
I think in the process of.
I'm trying to be like
Sure.
Nick. Have you seen his sorting process?
Mm-mm.
It's
He
all
has
on
like
the pool table.
huge piles, and he like finishes it within a weekend. I'm like, what the?
Oh,
Yeah, because I have a big pool table. I can
Mhm.
I can sort, but they end up looking like cities because I just stack all of them up
Yeah.
this way.
It's kind of interesting.
Well-
Yeah.
There's an
What was that?
artist, a Lego artist like that, who creates all of his, from a distance, you can see the actual work, but all his builds are like it's jutting out. I
Oh.
don't like.
oh yeah, uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
MB bricks.
Yep.
But like he'll make like a Rolex watch or a Nike shoes.
Yeah,
From a distance, that's what you see. It's almost like an optical illusion. I mean, you can see it,
but when you
but
look
when you
forward,
actually go closer, all of his builds are like
Uh-huh.
just. It's
Yeah,
very
those are
cool.
So cool.
Very, very different. Very cool. So
we have something this week,
yeah, it's our 28-year anniversary dating.
What? Yeah.
but also our 20th wedding anniversary.
Yeah, but who counts the wedding?
We-
Well, congratulations. That's very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
so we were gonna go to this fancy restaurant, but then I'm like, I want to try the Pizza
Nick
Hut
has cravings.
because
when
I
Nick
heard
has
about this,
cravings-
Oh,
this
no.
handcrafted crust, which is they say it's light and airy at
We
Pizza
really
Hut.
like
Hmm.
and
With
airy.
truffle?
We're
Have you heard
all
the-
about cheese
Have you
crust.
tried the new Pizza Hut light and airy?
That doesn't seem like a good pizza. I don't
That's
know.
not a.
Never heard
right.
of it.
Like you wanted like
Fancy
cheese
restaurant?
crust.
It's the no, we're not going. We I was like, what about instead of the fancy restaurant? Can we?
Yeah.
I want to try
I had to
the
cancel
the
reservation.
light and airy.
This is what happens 20 years later. Yes,
So
I
they
wanna
don't have
try
the
it.
they don't have the pan pizza anymore at Pizza Hut. They got rid of that.
because it's not
What?
healthy.
And so, well,
That's so
in
good.
Canada, I don't know in the U.S., but in
Yeah.
Canada
No,
they
it's
got
probably
rid
still
of
available.
the pan pizza. So now at Pizza Hut, all they have is like the thin crust, they have the stuffed crust, and then they have the handcrafted. And so the handcrafted, they say is
How do
light,
they market?
light
and
and
airy.
check this out.
Pan.
Yeah.
So
It's really a
I wanna-
pan.
Okay.
We'll
We'll
try
check it
that
tomorrow.
try that on Saturday.
Well, part of it is, I know it's kind of weird. Like, I mean, we're very much still in the parenting mode and everything. Like, every time we go out, we would have the kids with us, and so this is like one of those rare. Like when I made reservations for dinner, I'm like, just dinner for two, and it's kind of weird. Like, I know. Like we've gone away.
So now the kids can be with us.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, they were gonna go to my mom's, but
Larry's like, oh, the kids are. I'm
it's
an
done.
empty nester now. I'm an empty nester now.
Yeah, one day.
And it's everything I imagined it would be.
Wow! Don't even tell me. You're like, look, I got their room.
Larry, before we head out, what would you like to plug, promote?
Gosh, I probably. So our Critical Bricks isn't going to be starting back up again until I think 3 or 4 weeks from tonight.
Okay.
And we don't know what Jesse has in store. We're going to do something new because we did our short D&D Lego set adventure. So we finished that. The B team, the junior varsity team, is going to be finishing the second half of their story.
Are you on the A
next
team?
week? 100%.
Mr. President, Mr.
Varsity.
President has to be
Varsity,
on the
right here.
The varsity,
Right?
the varsity team.
Yeah. And so once they're done with that, because we have 8 people that play, and it's too many.
Mhm.
It's too many to play D&D all the time with. So we really need to, Jesse's kind of figuring out how he's going to retool the show and the game. But he's having us create new characters, which is always kind of fun, and start a new thing. So I would plug that.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
And
maybe
so
on the
Critical
download
Bricks
also.
is on.
Critical Bricks is on the same time as this show's on. So
Fridays,
don't go
10
see that
10
show.
Yeah.
No, a lot of
Have them
people watch
both
this
on.
on replay. They
Have
watch this
them both on.
replay.
Yeah.
And I was
Well,
gonna
it's
say,
actually not a bad idea to watch Critical Bricks on replay because you can fast forward through. Because they're playing D&D is a lot of fun. Watching people play D&D, maybe not as much.
you have to be.
I was watching the B team on replay last
B
week,
team.
and I was kind of like, wow, this kind of gets a little dry in spots when they're trying to figure out what they're doing because there's not a lot of talking necessarily.
Are there any call ups? Do you ever call up anyone from the JV team to the varsity?
We might be doing that. I know because Mel, he got really busy at one point, so he was not playing for a very long time. But we were able to bring him back in for this short, Lego set adventure. So in a way, we called him up from the farm league.
Funny.
Nice.
All right.
We'll say our goodbyes.
Yeah. Thanks so much for hanging out with us this Friday.
That a little bit.
Legend.
Larry
Legend.
The legend.
Legend.
Mr. President. And again, special thanks to all those who joined us tonight, especially alternate candidate, Shy Times My Time, Cody. Thanks again. Sisu, Scott's Blocks, Brick Hive, Chef T, and Jordan Perry.
Yes.
And those Jordan corners.
The Jordan corners.
The Jordan corners.
And thanks Larry for hanging out with us tonight. It was so much fun.
man.
Yeah. And I look
Chatting
forward to
it up.
seeing you guys at convention.
Yes. Well, Chicago in
We'll be at
in a
Chicago.
couple of months.
Hopefully Slopes.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Harold
And-
won't be with us.
Yes. Maybe in the future there might be Brick World Denver and the down low. I've always wanted to travel to Denver.
See the mountains. But until next time. Merry Christmas and bye. Oh, and we're redirecting to Hive Stream.
Oh, yes. Let's go.
Oh,